Friendly disclaimer, the following podcast may have triggering or sensitive content. Please watch at your own risk. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Matthew, and I play Eli Bridges.
Hello, I'm Peter, and I play Donald Don Barrymore.
And I'm Michael, and I play Cinnamon Cricket.
And I'm Tyler, and I play Alexander Gagnon.
And I'm Ryan, and I play everybody else. And join us in the Unlucky Vigil. We're going to pick up a few hours after the team had brought Don back to the warehouse where they kind of make their home. Don, it's been an arduous few hours for you. You've been in pain. You've been in and out of consciousness. You have had fingers smashed, slices made. You are not in what I would call a good place. The chair that you're sitting on is one of those kind of plastic, almost like school desk chairs. So on top of the fact that you've been injured throughout the night, you also find a lot of discomfort just being here for so long.
Did I just wake up, by the way?
Yeah, you've been in and out.
Okay.
You're aware that
the
man that you have heard referred to as the professor has been interrogating you, more or less, but you don't really have answers to provide him yet. He doesn't seem to fully understand that. The other three of you will, assuming you don't live here, will join some point later, but definitely before sunrise. So that's kind of just dependent on your own thoughts. When do you live here is the question. I know you don't, Eli. I know you have an apartment, but the other two of you, do you sleep in this warehouse that the professor owns, or?
I definitely don't have the money, so yeah, I definitely sleep here somewhere.
Okay.
Same bed?
Provided the context of everything that went on, I think Eli would be advocating for the professor to cool it with Don, given that he's is aware of
bud.
So I would have stayed at the warehouse then.
Yeah, okay.
So
we kind of pick up in the heat of we'll say as Alex, I guess, joins, to assume you'd probably be the last one if the other two sleep there, or are there for throughout the night at least. So Alex, as you kind of enter, you see the professor grabs kind of the shortish, not like real short, but the shaggier hair of this college athlete. And he's like, once you tell me where the rest of your coven is, the pain stops, as he kind of drops your head, Don. You, like I said, you've been cut, injured. You're not feeling great. You've been low-key tortured.
Listen here, you pompous. I don't have your information. I was attacked.
Clearly. So he kind of wipes his hands to get your residual blood off of them. And he goes, how long have you really been alive?
For 26 years.
And he kind of looks off to the side. You've given me that answer. It is clear that we know what you are. There's no need to continue pretending.
I have no idea what you're on about.
And so he'll kind of back up and come up to Cinnamon and Eli. He'll be like, he is a persistent one.
you do know what we told you when you captured him, right? He was literally just turned through some kind of poison in a drink.
That's not likely. It's not how
We
it works.
watched his throat swell up and have an effect.
I do believe I have an answer for you. And so he'll give you the beer can. He'll go, I want you to take a look at that and see if anything strikes you as odd.
Okay, I'll analyze it.
Make a investigation plus wits. And then -2.
Oh, so -2.
Yeah, -2 just for difficulty.
Okay. 1 success.
Okay, so you flip the can. You do find something rather odd on the bottom. A little mark that seems to have been carved into the can. And then Alex throws up.
I had some of that,
Now,
sorry.
boy, we talked about
He
it.
goes, wait, I tried that.
I'm still hurting a little bit.
So you do see like a weird mark on the bottom of the can.
Do I recognize the mark?
You got 1 success?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
He goes, that effectively means that somebody knew that knew a vampire would be at that bar tonight.
Now you're just reaching.
That is a sigil, he says.
Let's go.
Essentially, the water content that is in that beer was turned into holy water. So when he drank it, ergo the burning.
Interesting. Okay.
I also have a suspicion, although I'll confirm once we're dealt with this, that whoever owns said bar is aware of this threat, and I need to see if maybe they did some similar mojo to the water that comes out of the gun, because they also got him a glass of water from the bar, and much of a similar effect.
Okay. So now, inform me, how do vampires turn a human into one of their own?
Well, he goes, it is quite a lengthy process, and I'm not 100% familiar with it, but from what me and Mr. Gagnon witnessed, essentially, they would kill the human, and then they would feed them some of their blood. And that would then, in some time, I think the transformation time may vary, but in the case that we witnessed, it was pretty quick.
Okay.
They rise as a vampire at that point.
Pretty immediately.
And
It was pretty quick in the one we saw.
And I don't remember seeing anything at the bar that was like they fed him blood immediately, and then was just like, did anyone?
Well, also,
put
I
blood?
don't assume you saw him die at any point at the
Well,
bar
I'm
either.
giving the benefit of the doubt. I don't remember the blood.
I told
Death
you.
might have happened.
I told you I'm your average master's student who went to the bar with opposed friends and was drugged.
Is there any chance
And then
he didn't
dragged.
know he was a vampire?
Unlikely. He would have had to, unless he just by chance spent the entirety of his life avoiding the sun.
When was the last time you were in the sun?
When I was leaving for class this morning.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
an
that
athlete.
that sounds like a fucking lie.
Yeah, he's an athlete. He's definitely out in the sun.
See,
It wasn't like 5 when I came to the bar or something. I don't remember what time it was.
so I don't.
Okay. Can I take a try at Don?
He flicks his wrist and he goes, "You have about 20 minutes before the sun comes up, and then we resolve this for good."
Okay. So I'll go up to Don and be like, hey Don. I'm not gonna hurt you, but I do have questions. Can you recount for me the events of yesterday?
Yeah, so
What time did you wake up?
shy of 7 a.m.
Okay. And then did you have breakfast?
No, I skipped breakfast to study quick to go to class.
Okay. When you
As
went
I'm
to
a master's
class,
student.
were you in the sun?
Yes,
Okay. And sun felt good, felt warm.
it felt like the sun.
Okay. Is there any part of yesterday
vampire
that
would
you
say.
don't remember? Aside from the throat burning, allergic reaction to whatever is in that can.
Something I don't remember.
Yeah. So you were walking between you finishing class and you're a master's student, so who knows what all that means because I didn't go to college. Is there any part of yesterday that you do not remember?
No, clear as day. I remember all of it up till the end when you guys took me.
No
We saved you,
blackouts,
thank you very
no
much.
Well, you're about to end me.
no blackouts, no getting hit in the back of the head.
Nope, just invited
nothing
to the
like
bar
that.
by those two guys that weren't my friends. They're a guy and a girl. But
So he'll come over to you and go, I appreciate your approach here, Eli, but no vampire would answer any of these questions with any shred of honesty.
Well, see, I like to give him the benefit of the doubt, considering that he was just in the sun yesterday morning and didn't turn into a pile of ash.
Yes.
Which means at some point the turn happened yesterday.
Remember the sick, and he air quotes, man that your parents gave the benefit of the doubt to.
Yeah, but he's also a college student, so again,
We don't know that. He could have lived for 1,000 years. He could have been a grain merchant and turned into a vampire.
in
and now
20
he
minutes, if the sun
goes to
doesn't,
college.
turn his body into ash, what will we do then? Will this be a new breed of vampire?
I don't know. I don't suspect that will be the case.
I had a garlic pizza slice yesterday. Does that count as being anti-vampire?
Now that doesn't necessarily carry over.
My breath
that
probably
sounds like
still
an old
smells it.
vampire talking, if I'm being honest.
Well, I haven't heard anything of these vampire things since the college days of movies.
Now, what is true is if I stake you in the heart, it should hurt.
I think you should do that as a normal
Is there
human
a
too.
kitchen in this warehouse?
No, he's basically he bought this warehouse, and the front office, what used to be like where the workers would, like the accountants and stuff would work, he renovated into a psychology practice because that's what he does, And then he kind of was like, "Oh, it was a good price." So he uses this as like your clandestine base, but there's not like a kitchen and amenities. It's like
So I couldn't go get like some garlic powder and sprinkle it on him.
no, but I think you would also know that that doesn't work here. That's more a myth than a truth in this.
Wait, are you a vampire
Fiction.
too?
You never know.
And so he goes, "I'm not certain, but I do know a couple things. The sun comes up in a few moments. There are at least one other vampire we need to find. That is our only reasonable lead towards the coven that we've been hunting. It's our only hope of finding Alistar or Maria, or, well, Alistar is the guy that created that creature and helping your father. That we only have one lead, and it's these two. It's been dead for months. So if this thing pretending to be a child knows something, we need to get it before the sunrise."
Well, you're a cop. Just take my ID and look it up on your laptop in your fancy trooper car.
IDs can be faked.
Yeah, but there's
Also, I mean, if you've lived for 1,000 years, your whole fake identity could be real at this point.
You're just reaching a lot of places, aren't you, there, Mister?
I'm pretty sure the police don't monitor vampires either. I don't think that.
No, but they do monitor. The government monitors normal people. I mean, I have baby pictures at my parents' house. Like,
Now the real question is, do you have baby pictures from like 1800s?
no.
That would be something.
I mean, if you go on the internet and look for some, probably.
Let's hey, so how do you know that the other vampire?
College class.
Oh, okay. What college class?
You do have an
Civics
answer.
1.
That was not the answer.
Oh, he's lying to me.
Do I have an
God
answer?
just told me
I
he's
told
lying.
you last episode.
I don't know.
So, but she does go to your college. Do you know where she like stays?
No, I don't. I haven't only see her like every so often when they want to invite me down to go hang out.
Okay, well, none of us have been to college campus, right?
The professor goes, I have quite a bit. I mean, not actually a professor despite the name, not anymore, but I do guest lectures.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say if we can get where she was, maybe she still frequents the area.
He goes, maybe. My suspicion is after breaking their rules like that, if she's smart, she fled the country. Is open vampire to vampire combat pretty firmly violates the masquerade, so I don't think.
Well, they weren't in
There's
combat.
a masquerade.
Let's be fair. I don't think they were in combat. They were in combat with us.
Well, open use of their abilities at all
Oh, got it.
violates the masquerade. It risks their discovery by hunters.
Okay, well, I got a second idea. What happens if we just drive stakes into his arm until he speaks?
Let's not do that.
It's where I was until Eli tried the other angle.
I tried the, just talking to him angle. Not everybody responds well with violence. As much as I like a good, violent brawl every once in a while,
But everyone's got a
it
breaking
doesn't always
point.
work here.
It's the name of the game.
Does have a breaking point.
Yeah, but I mean, look at him now. He's covered in bruises. He's still beat up from the events of last night. If he was going to talk, he would have talked by now.
I don't know about that.
Especially considering we have him strapped to a spot that the sun is going to hit in about, say 5 minutes. If he was an actual vampire that knew anything about vampires, he'd be blabbing right now.
I don't know about that.
No, we haven't broken his ego yet.
I say keep stabbing him.
He's keeping his pride.
All right, I'm down.
Cinnamon, you want to take a stab at this?
Yeah, I'm gonna literally take a stab at
I
this.
think this will be a good educational opportunity for you. So he's going to go with you, and Alex, you're welcome to join. Eli, you can also join. You have work soon.
Well,
but
if they're about to stab
I need to go
me,
get patched up considering I'm still pretty beat up from the events of last night.
No.
So.
I'm going to try to get out and run away.
okay, so you would be making strength plus athletics -5 because you are handcuffed to that bitch.
Is that the technical term?
Yeah.
That's what
It-
cops
it
say
is
when
now.
they
So what if it's 5 minus 5?
So it goes to 1, and it's called a chance die.
All right.
Tyler, can you confirm? Do we say handcuffed to that bitch?
No.
So if you get a fail on a chance die, it's a critical fail by default. So as they are approaching you, you're writhing and like wriggling, and then you just go, and you hear a loud pop in your like right shoulder, and you feel kind of like a snap from
fuck!
your internal arm. You'll take a bashing damage,
Oh boy.
and you will gain a condition.
I can fix that broken arm pretty easily with this nice wooden stake.
He's taking himself out.
Well, actually, he's trying to escape, which leads me to believe that he actually might be a bad guy.
Or he's just a scared college kid.
Fear is not the response he is giving in any way.
I was going to say, he's been
If
defiant.
I'm a powerful vampire, then wouldn't me breaking my arm not happen or dislocating my shoulder?
Listen, man, I agree with what my boy...
I mean, you saw. It's pointless. Continue.
You saw what my friend Eli just said. If you were scared, you wouldn't be sassing this. I'm going to pull out like a piece of wood and I'll be like, now let's talk about where you want the first one.
I think anyone in their right mind would be terrified when you have 4 dudes ganging up on a guy locked in a chair who just got
Precisely
attacked
my
last
point.
night.
Terrified, not logical, boy.
All right, you sit here and let them stab you and tell me if you're okay with that.
Precisely my point.
You too, old man.
You're not helping your case here. Cooperation
Well,
goes
y'all
a
get
lot
away with
further
cold
than
blood
defiance.
murder.
Steak.
What's that?
Can I make a wooden steak?
They're around.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's only appropriate that I like
Use
take,
the
like,
chair you
Just
threw
chisel
in.
it in front of him.
take the chair leg.
Are you trying? So is that the thing you're trying to intimidate him with the creation of this steak?
Yeah, well, because I want to make it like rudimentary, like
So shitty.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
Yeah,
On
well, I
purpose,
wanted to
though,
look
like,
shitty.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So you'll pick up a broom and like snap it, and has like a rough steak shape, and then
That was a perfectly good broom
So you're
handle.
going to make an intimidation, effectively.
I'm down.
Is what you're going for here.
Yeah.
to me.
So
or-
it's going to be but you don't roll. It is going to be definitely presence plus intimidation,
I'm cool. Okay.
and then subtracting whatever his composure is.
Where's your friend?
It's a 3.
Oh, that's a 10
Unfortunately, Michael is a god, and so you can give him as many things as you want.
and a 7, so 1 success.
This is just to make the steak.
Okay, so he does kind of like snap this and start whittling it, and despite your pride and your arrogance, there's a level of reality that is beginning to wash over you that you might die. And while there's a part of you that wants to be stoic, there is the much more human part of you who has maybe witnessed at most a car crash as the most violent thing you've encountered prior to this. So
Not a guy walking at you with a broken.
there's
piece
a level
wood.
of what I would call mortal terror that washes over you, which means you gain the shaken condition. And as you're realizing that even if you don't know what these people are talking about, they just might be insane enough to kill you here, thinking that you're a vampire.
Now, I may be a smooth talker, but I do have one little thing up my sleeve, and then I'm going to stab him in the arm with the stake.
Yeah,
Now,
I
what
mean,
does
he's-
shaken do?
And just to double up, can I stab him in the broken arm? Like between the bone?
If you would like to, I won't stop you.
I would. I would deeply like to destroy this vampire.
So either I say I don't want to get stabbed because I'm a human, or I don't want to get stabbed because I'm a vampire. Either way, the wood's killing me.
So yeah, you would roll your damage. You don't. He's not moving. So I mean, it's gonna be brawl plus strength, or sorry, weaponry plus strength -1 because it's improvised, and then +1 for the stake itself. Not dice damage. Sorry. Okay, so you automatic 1 lethal because the weapon still does its damage. So
Oh.
so yeah, you kind of like he's like squirming as you kind of drive the stake. You're not quite as clean as you'd want to be. I assume you were aiming for like the joint.
I was going for wherever he dislocated it, yeah.
Yeah, well, he kind of like popped his ACL, so anywhere in his arm is, or whatever, the ECL, that other one.
Yeah, ACL's the leg one.
You kind of drive the stake through his upper arm, kind of between the bone that sits in the bicep.
What the hell?
So you take a lethal damage as you're hanging in there, but you're not doing great. As now you've been staked in the arm.
Now, what's that
Stop.
bitch's name? Sorry, I'm dying in real life, audience. No, so yeah, no, what's that bitch's name?
I didn't write it down. Elise? It started with an E.
Well, did anyone else here say Elise?
He goes, if I knew a name, I wouldn't be here.
Okay, I'll take it. Someone write down Elise. What other info? We also need to know where she is.
The other guy was Nick.
Ideally, we need to know as much about whatever coven he belongs to as possible.
That's a good start. All right, so explain your coven to us in great detail.
The
Who
hell's
sired
a
you?
coven? Is that like the ultimate, like the college? What's a coven?
All right, I think this is a time where in torture we stab you again. And so I'm going to do it again into his arm.
Same arm?
Yeah, same arm.
Okay.
5.
So you still won because you're still just.
Oh, what the hell, man?
All right, so I need to know who sired you, and rather quickly, because it looks like I can probably keep doing this until the sun comes up, and no one's gonna
I
stop
got my
me.
bachelor's here. Is that what you're talking about?
Bachelor's is not gonna save you from this, and then another one.
Okay. So you'll take 2 more lethal damage.
Oh, 8.
Oh, 3 lethal damage.
I'm out, I guess, if that's how that works.
Lethal puts you into bleed out.
You got one.
So yeah, you see the color starting to drain from his face, but not in the vampiric transformation kind of way, in the bleeding out kind of way.
All right, so listen, I can pull you back into the warehouse where the sun won't touch you, and we can discuss this
You
further.
stop stabbing me.
Well, I don't like your tone. And so, I'm going to look at the wooden stake and be like,
I mean, so it's a fractured broom handle with bits that have broken off in this man's arm,
don't take away from it. It's a wooden stake.
covered in blood.
And I'm going to go, I think to spare you the sun's wrath, I can just take your head clean off. So, last chance, vampire. Coven.
I'm not no vampire, and it's on your conscience if you kill me.
I'm going to look around at my friends.
What if he genuinely doesn't know? What if vampires have evolved to a way that they can turn without him knowing that he turned?
Well, then he is still a demon in a human's body that needs to be dispatched of.
Right, but I mean, should we not just do that in a painless way and
In
just
a few
get him
moments,
over
the
with?
pain, well, it won't be painless, it will be certain. But
I'll make sure
I
it's
don't know of a way to
I mean-
painlessly kill a vampire.
To be safe, we can just leave him out in the sun. If he is a vampire, he'll just die.
That is the plan in a moment, but
Like nice little middle ground. So
we need
we're
what
not
information we
immediately
need.
killing him, but
But I
yeah,
also don't like the idea of potentially torturing a 26-year-old who doesn't know what he is, where he is, or how he got here.
I will say I am slightly impressed that he looks like he's at death's door and he hasn't said a word, which is concerning because I would imagine eventually he would speak. But I am also kind of inclined to say that I am very interested to see if I gut him what would happen.
I'm going from blood loss, kind of, so my head's just tent down. Like,
yeah, you're just hanging off.
Don, my man, do you have any information that you could share with us right now?
the other guy was Nick. Like,
Do you have a last name?
I already wrote that down.
he got it.
Do you have his last name?
No.
Do you have
So,
Elisa's last name?
Don, I need you to roll something for me. I need you to roll a breaking point because you've been tortured for several hours. And again, at this point, the most serious thing you've maybe seen is like a car accident or a bicycle accident. And, or like a movie. And so I need you to roll. It is composure plus resolve. What is your current integrity?
7.
Okay, so +1, and then -2 because of the extent of torture you have suffered over these few hours.
1 success.
Okay, so you snap. Like something in your brain just goes haywire. As you don't know what to say. It's clear that these people are viciously mentally ill and are torturing you in a literal basement.
That's my idea.
And you don't really have anything to tell them because you don't really know what they're talking about.
So the gutting begins.
You basically are, but you, in this last act of desperation, are going to spill every bit of information about yourself or anyone you know that you think would be useful, that they might be looking for. You're just big mouthing it. You're like, as if someone was about to stab you and you didn't know what they wanted you to tell them.
I was born in the town over. Like, I was on the track team all through high school. I mean, some kids that were really cool, but I was more popular, so I let them hang out with me. Like, I thought I was a good guy, and then I went to college, and I did really good in their track team. They scouted me, and I met some friends, and I lived with a guy that likes to write a lot of notes, and we've been in the same room for like the past 2 years. And I'm like a teacher's assistant trying to get a role as professor here. And I've just been still doing track and homework and stuff. I have all A's. I've only known Nick and the other girl for like maybe a semester or two. Like, I just met them.
And then there's a loud metal cracking sound. And as you look over, the professor has grabbed the chains that kind of activate the shutters and started slowly pulling them open as you see the sunlight kind of creeping up the floor towards your friend there. Well, your adversary, rather.
Wait. I want to check out his story here real quick before we result in turning him to ash.
So he continues pulling the chain.
And while he says that, I'm
Yeah.
going to turn immediately to Don, who's spilling his guts, and go, "You weren't very fast at track. I hit you with a thing, and then you got caught."
So Don, are you?
Trash.
Do you have any social media presence?
Just my Facebook.
Okay. So I want to like.
2023,
Do,
yeah.
He's a vampire.
do you have your phone with you?
Yeah.
So I want to pull up his phone, like passcode and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
So I mean, the professor's for sure not entertaining this. So you hear the loud crack.
Look,
of the
you can look through
shutters.
my pictures like I'm a kid in there.
That's what I was gonna do.
And then the camera, or as the light crawls up your friend there, Peter, I need you to make a composure and resolve. It's basically another breaking point.
Any minuses?
No.
3 successes.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter though, because nothing happens. You all watch as the sun just kind of bathes his body. The wounds look a lot worse in the sunlight. And then
I inflicted that one.
nothing really happens.
See? Nothing.
The sun kind of is on him, but there is no reaction.
Told you, Nick bought me that drink.
Professor, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it possible for vampires to resist the sunlight in any maintained form?
Not that I'm aware of, but thralls can.
Now,
a thrall?
Professor, remind me. A thrall is
They are
not
servant.
not a vampire per se.
Yes, they're a human who has been,
Possessed.
yes, they serve the vampire to do things in the daytime that the vampire themselves cannot typically do.
Okay. Can thralls be brainwashed, or are they typically just forced?
They can be. I mean,
Can they be brainwashed to forget information?
I don't know. I assume not. I mean, no. Typically they know what they know, but they also don't have will. So, like,
Kinda.
I mean, your father would be a good example of a thrall. Someone who is, he is there, but his mind is not right.
Right.
I was trying to get away from those two, as you saw. Obviously, I'm not controlled.
So while all this is happening, I'm just
Your
gonna
watch starts beeping because it's 7 o'clock and you have a shift to get to.
Yeah. So I'll quickly go to his Facebook and look at tagged photos and find his mom tag and birthday posts, and it shows his dated pictures. I'm like, look, clearly he's not thousands of years old. He's not hundreds of years old. He was clearly a kid back in 2004 when this baby picture and young toddler picture was taken.
You're close on the age though. Like,
Well, he said he was 26.
yeah.
So
So 04 would have him be 21
it'd be 7.
because it's 2023.
But
I thought we were
2004 would be 19 years less. Maybe he'd be 7.
What?
I said in 2004 he was a kid. Yeah.
Well, I can't refute baby pictures, and damn,
So-
he's a cute baby. But that being said,
They're in color.
you have no color in your face,
They're
motherfucker.
digital.
I'm about
So-
to make you be quiet.
at the metadata.
Y'all
We're
resolve
discussing your
this.
breath.
I have other people to go save, and I'm just gonna take off.
Wait, can I have his phone?
Yeah, I'll toss him his phone.
Get my phone back.
So the
Cooperate.
professor will talk to you two. Go. We need to figure out what's going on because we saw. I mean, all three of you saw the transformation.
I did see that. Do thralls transform? Do we know?
No, that's the other thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's concerning.
I would believe that Nick and this other lady are probably thralls, given they exist in the sunlight.
Can part of somebody be a
They
vampire?
also kicked our ass. With
Well,
vampire
thralls are
powers.
superhuman. But
So
they just
as
have
I'm leaving, I'm
lesser
like,
powers.
you can always say Eli was right.
And so
Eli was wrong, and we're gonna kill him now, just to spite Eli.
he goes. So I think we need to maybe chase some leads and see if we can get an answer.
Okay, well,
all I have is Nick and Elise.
Not much to go on.
Not much to go on.
we could definitely look for Nick.
In the city of Philly, I'm sure there's at least one Nick.
Well, he's probably in college.
I don't know. Check my Facebook. I mean, I don't know. They're probably
What
on
was the Nick's last name? Do you know him?
Nick Jenst.
Nick Jenst?
Jenst.
Jenst.
Yeah. Starts with a
Jenst.
J.
Nick Jenst. Got it. All right. So here's the plan. Alex need you to go to college, get a degree, and find Nick Jentz.
Just go on the Facebook profile. Look it up.
Let's just look at his Facebook profile.
Oh, I've kind of got lost. I don't know where it is.
You see, he clicked on one of the Wish ads, and he's now on Wish.com, and it's like, you want to buy an iPhone for $150?
And I've already said yes.
That's my money.
Cancel.
So yeah, you would make a computer plus
God,
Is computer an option?
it is an option.
yeah,
Oh, I see it. My
computer
bad.
plus wits, I guess, because you're trying to navigate his phone,
Okay.
right?
Any negatives or anything?
Nope, just the whatever dice pool you have is the answer.
I have a decent dice pool. 3 success.
Well, short of the 5, but that's okay.
Shit, I should have inspired you.
So you begin flipping through. You're technologically savvy enough. Nick Jentz is not a person.
Oh, boy.
That comes up. And there is no Elise that you can find either on his friends list.
Well, I'll wait till you say the words.
And so you do see a Nick on his friends list.
I have a Nick here. His last name isn't Jentz.
And basic observation tells you that this is the correct Nick.
Okay.
His
This
name,
looks
is,
like
his name
the
is
guy.
Nicholas Allian.
This looks like the guy that broke
And,
my leg.
in honor of a friend of mine who's taught me about this game. And he does go to the school. And then there is no Elise of any form that you can find.
Well, this seems to be our Nick. Worst case, we can at least go back to the campus and try to find him there.
The professor goes, I agree. I need to...
Bag and tag this one?
No. We need to see if we can figure out what's going on. Cinnamon,
Yeah. I guess I could go to college.
So we can send Cinnamon, since I'm a wanted man, and then I can hang out, watch him.
yes,
and
we
nurse
ought
my
to
wounds.
resolve that as well.
I mean, we can't kill him yet because he might have information. He
Agreed.
clearly didn't die to the sun, so we don't really know what we have yet. But
All right. Alex,
We
in
can leave
the,
him in a box.
in the event that he doesn't do so well, maybe you should tend to his wounds. And Cinnamon, you go to the college and either try to find him or something. I have some books I'm gonna look through.
Okay.
I
See
will
if I can
keep
get
him
an answer.
alive.
We need to find either Nick or this other girl.
All right, I'm down. I'm going to find Nick because he's probably in college.
Either or. I mean,
Well, actually, he was also kind of being. Wait.
well, Nick was shot.
Yeah, would he be in the hospital?
I have my fears that he's either in custody in the hospital or in the morgue.
Well, I can check all three.
Well, I don't know how often they're going to let you walk into the morgue, but
Well,
yes.
we can call him.
You mean Eli?
We can call Eli.
We could call Eli.
Use our police resource to check at least custody or morgue.
Yeah, use the rookie.
Well,
Well, I can call. Give me that phone.
we'll make it work.
Hey, my
So
phone.
you, Cinnamon, go see if you can locate them or anything about them and where they might be. Remember, they've probably gone to ground, so you might have to try and find a more obscure place that they hang out.
Okay.
I don't assume Nick, after being shot several times and getting into a bar fight with a vampire, he probably didn't go to school the next day.
You're right, but I'll start. I'll start with custody. I'll check custody. I'll just go visit Eli. Honestly.
Alex, you take care of our friend. I will get to reading and see what I can find.
Let's clean up some of these stab wounds. Try to get the shoulder back.
Aren't
in place.
arrest records
Thank
like
you.
public record?
As
It's-
I drag
yes,
you
but
into a
not that
back dark
fast.
room.
It's good to drag you in there and fix those holes.
Just remember that steak. I'm gonna keep it for you.
I gotta plug these holes. Come here, big boy.
Put the steak in there.
So now you can take another fear condition.
Breaking point.
Breaking point.
Just gnarl over again.
No, you don't take another one. Goofy.
Psychic damage. Psychic.
You take psychic damage. You take aggravated psychic damage.
It's aggravated damage.
So we'll kind of go around the table then from here. So we'll start with the simple one of Alex doing basic medical treatment.
All right, let's get you patched up here, buddy.
Any comment there,
Any comment,
Donnie?
Just not you and I mean.
Well, he said let's patch you up.
Yeah,
I'm being quiet right now. What happened?
all right, that's fine. Fail.
Okay. So I mean, Cinnamon not having a whole lot of care for the medical prospects did some damage.
Good.
Fuck that boy up.
So you don't heal at all, and so you'll spend probably more than a minute. You'll probably spend a couple hours working on that.
Yeah, sorry, I tried.
Get the splinters out.
So after 15 minutes, well, so your bashing damage will go away, is the way to put it. Okay, so Cinnamon, what would be your approach here? You have a name. You have.
I think I'm gonna go with what my friends told me immediately, and I'm just gonna go find Eli at his job.
So I don't know that you could find him since he kind of does just walk around. You could
Well,
probably call him.
I would go. Oh, I can call him. I'll start by calling him.
Okay.
Sounds easier.
Ring, ring,
So Eli, you're at work, and you get a phone call from your other job.
ring,
Probably
ring.
just make it to the station and walk in, and I don't know, the police punch in, just doo-doo, or radio in or whatever.
Tyler, do police punch in?
Usually have a roll call.
Okay, so yeah, I'll
We'll say for the sake of convenience, you've just gotten onto your beat. Like
Okay.
you've done all the check-in procedures, got all your gear.
just walk around like, oh, hey Bill, oh, really? I just left there. Hello,
Hey, buddy.
can I help you?
Yeah, actually, by a lot. Where are you at?
I don't know, 17th Street.
Awesome. I'm like probably 2 blocks away. Here, I'm gonna show up. I need your help with something.
What do you need my help with?
I'll talk to you when I'm there. Just stay put. And then I'm gonna
Oh,
hang up.
okay. I'll just, I don't know, walk up and down the street once or
Yeah,
twice.
so you walk your beat as normal.
Yeah.
I guess after some time, Cinnamon will arrive.
Hey.
I just left. What's up?
Well, civil servant, I need your help. Specifically, I need to know if Nick Allian is still in custody. And I need you to look, like now.
Okay. I don't assume beat cops have like a computer that they can just pull up.
No, you don't.
Yeah, so I'll radio in and or I guess I'll just grab my phone and like just call the station and be like, hey, I don't know, Mary, got a question for you.
Sure. Why is she 80?
She can't be walking the beat cop route.
Yeah, I got a question. The gentleman that was the detainee in the bar fight yesterday that was pretty beat up. Is he in custody?
Nope.
Any updates on that case? Did
Released
he
this morning.
released this morning?
Yep.
Did you go to the hospital? I'm going to whisper into
Was
his
he
ears.
was he like released into medical custody or something? Was he
Nope.
pretty. Okay.
Released into the care of his lawyer.
Oh, okay. Who was this lawyer?
Don't know.
Okay. Was he charged with anything?
Nope.
He wasn't charged. He assaulted people. Okay.
DA didn't charge him. What do you want me to say?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the information. Yeah. Have a good day.
Good luck.
Yeah. So okay. I've got theories. He was released into custody of his lawyer with no charges,
Oh, okay.
which makes me wonder if the this ring, that this coven, it goes a lot deeper than we thought.
Oh, maybe. I like the way you think. Now,
They had
I
some
do
deep
need
pockets.
your assistance. I'm going to like grab him by the arm
Yeah,
and be
what?
like, so let's talk about this on the way to where I think we can get at least a little bit more information about him to college. And then I'm just start dragging him
the
down
college
the road.
is not a part of where I patrol. I
Today
can't go
it
there.
is, baby. And
No,
then they
it's
keep
not.
walking.
So I mean,
break
I
free.
don't think you could reasonably drag him. I think he's stronger than you.
Well, I mean, let me ask Eli, are you resisting me as I
Yes.
like pull you slightly down the road?
I am very much resisting
Grab
you.
his gun.
Oh, that's a good one. Come on, man. We more people are gonna get hurt this way.
And they will be well protected by you, but I have
They definitely won't if I can't find them.
I have a job, and you can't really go to a college and ask if a student attends there. Their information is protected. They're not supposed to reveal any information.
They're really bad at it, turns out.
It's a violation of a federal law.
Well, you and I can talk about a lot of things, but that's not it right
Well,
now.
I am not going there, and you can call me if you need me, but I will be staying here doing my job.
Okay, well, can I borrow your badge? Yeah, they're probably more accepting of investigations from
Sit him in the
from.
You can go.
Officer
You can
Cinnamon,
look,
stripper.
why don't you go and see if what's his face at the pawn shop has a fake badge for you?
He definitely doesn't. I know that.
Then take some bronze and forge one.
Brother, do you think I'm a metal worker?
I think you could do it if you tried.
Well, I really appreciate the care, but okay, fine. Okay, well, can I look at his patch number? This is his unit number.
Yeah. What was your badge number?
4375. I wrote it down.
Yay! He listened.
All right. Well, thanks, Eli. Listen, I'll call you if I get into any trouble.
Oh God, what did
So
I do?
Cinnamon in his coveralls
You're
and
liable
boots
now.
walks down the road. So as you kind of turn to walk the rest of your block, what's your? How we've talked about how he carries himself in a more kind of like Andy Griffith kind of vibe is what I got last time, like very
Yeah.
community involved
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Like
how
probably
does-
probably going to grab some. Maybe going to like a restaurant if they have like any food that they're about to throw out, like seeing if they can pass it on and giving
Oh,
out
wow, you're going like a
sandwiches.
step farther.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna try and feed the homeless on your block. Okay.
Anything that I can get to try to help.
So
and
make
make up like a better name for.
Make a
Police in
presence. Oh, okay, how are you trying to get it? I guess are you gonna go to the guy like at the restaurant, and be like, "Yo, I want to feed the homeless people," or are you just like, "Hey, do you have any trash?"
Like, hey, do you have any food that you're, like anything that you're about to throw out?
Okay,
know,
we'll
that-
role
that he
play.
wouldn't-
We'll role
he
play an
wouldn't sell?
example.
Okay.
We'll role play an example. So you go into
Sandy Sub Shop.
yeah, you go into Sandy's Subs that's open in the morning at 7.
Hey, they got breakfast subs.
And so you see behind the counter this kind of like middle-aged guy, a little gray in the beard, and he's just like chopping meat on a big deli slicer.
Morning, sir.
Morning, officer. Give me one moment.
All right. You doing good this morning?
Kind of takes his gloves off. Oh, it's all right. I mean, we're open, I guess, but for only about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, look, my day just started as well, and I wanted to know if you had any food, breads, anything that
We
you're
have plenty of food, as it turns out.
anything that you're about to throw out that you wouldn't sell to a paying customer. Anything that you're about.
Because I'm not about to give an officer rotten meat, sir. If you want something to eat, I could just give you something to eat.
My goal is to pay you like discounted food that you're about not that's going bad, but you wouldn't really want to sell. I'm trying to feed the homeless, and you got any people around that are in need. I just want to help them out.
Okay, so you could roll a whatever you think is appropriate.
Manipulation. No.
It's probably going to be presence
people
plus
Yeah.
persuasion.
I was gonna say,
Because
yeah.
you're just straight up asking. There's not going to be any minuses because he's not. I mean, so 2 dots just because someone. So -2 because everyone's just on a baseline doesn't want to give you things.
That's a chance roll.
He's going to remove it to a chance die, reduce you to 0.
I don't have persuasion I don't have it dotted in.
You can willpower it.
I might have to because my presence is 2, and you said -2, right?
Well, and if you don't have persuasion at all,
It's a -1.
It already has a -1, yeah.
So it'd be -3.
So you could willpower it or change your approach. If you were trying to argue the merit of this or like how it would help, like either it's knowing the streets and knowing like
Okay.
what we'll call less than legal kind of stuff.
Just getting beat up by
Okay, well,
your
my goal
teammates
isn't to
count
go
as a
like
beat.
less than legal, but more of like I know
The
recent-
underbelly of society. Is,
Yeah, look, I know a lot of people, especially a lot of homeless, may not have as good of a view of police. So, I want to know if you in support of local PD, could help me to help them to just kind of make the whole area a better place. Because if I can provide them, then they may come to me with information that could, and as a result, make the world a better place.
So are you trying to like streetwise it? Is
I am
that
trying
what
to
it is?
streetwise it.
All right, I'll give you the streetwise.
Okay, and then still -2.
Yeah, just because on a base, everyone has some resistance to.
One success.
1 is enough. So he's like, I guess I got some left over from yesterday. I could part with it at a discount.
That works for me.
And so he'll kind of get you like 3 or 4 subs that are very clearly soggy and kind of old. Like he wouldn't serve them. They're not rotten, but
Yeah.
maybe something he would give out to like workers for free. And so he kind of bags them up and he's like, here you go, man. I'm threw some napkins and such in there as well.
I appreciate it. And I assume that they have like a little box of like condiments. I'll grab some like mayonnaise and mustard and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Never mind, wrong food. I ain't coming in.
And then I'll just go out and look for, any person that
Okay,
looks like
so
in need.
yeah, I get what you're doing here. So you're basically trying to improve your reputation in the area, which there are mechanics for, but I don't feel like looking at. So what we're going to do is do a presence
Okay.
plus persuasion, but I'm going to give you a +2 as like a bonus for bringing the sandwiches.
Okay.
And if you succeed, based on what I've inferred about this system, your relationship with the local homeless will basically improve a step.
Okay.
So they'll be a little more friendly, a little more willing to talk to you.
So presence is 2, persuasion's -1, and then +2 puts me at 3.
Unfortunate. You want to willpower it? Or do you want to choose making a critical failure for a
I'm
beat?
not about to critical failure.
Let the homeless start beating you up every time you go outside?
I will willpower it.
You want to pass this for what I'm about to do? Your reputation by accident.
Oh God. One success.
Okay, so I mean, they're apprehensive, but you were the hot hands guy. So they're like, maybe he's all right, you know? And so you're kind of handing out the sandwiches and building rapport with a couple of the homeless that live in that area.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, enjoy the sandwich. If y'all ever need anything, let me know. I'll do what I can.
So a rather, not really large, a stocky, I guess, like more wide-shouldered guy walks up to you. He's got like a red beard and like a lot of dirt and like such and going through it. But he looks like he's maybe in his early 30s. And he goes, "What's up, man?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. What you handing out sandwiches?"
Yeah, I got some sandwiches from Sandy's sub shop. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
You want one?
Yeah, and he like takes it and opens
There
it.
you go.
You see him like inspect it like thoroughly. Like he like rifles through it almost like a book. Like he's really checking this fucker out. He's like, what's all this about?"
Just trying to help the community out. Serve. Public servant. Trying to just help out.
He kind of like looks you over. All right. Name's King, man.
Eli.
So he'll like shake your hand a bit. Anything that goes on, these are my guys. And he like gestures to the homeless kind of camp. So these are my you don't anything that goes on with them comes to me.
Okay.
We don't want any trouble. We're just trying to get by.
Hey, look, I understand. I'm just trying to help out.
All right.
Times are tough.
Nah, I get you. You seem on the up and up, but
Hey, look,
better stay that way.
as long as they do good, they're good with me, and I'll do what I can to help them.
And so he'll kind of like, he'll give you like a knowing nod and kind of like walk off.
Anybody giving y'all trouble?
He's like, "Nah, man, you ain't that cool yet." And then he
Oh,
walks off.
There'll be more hot hands and sandwiches to come.
As Matt befriends the local homeless.
7 more
I
episodes.
could say for absolute certain that is not what I expected you to do on the beat.
He's going to be the homeless king.
Yeah. You're making me improv characters. Anyway,
To be honest, I could see a lot of use in that.
no, yeah, like it's smart too. Like that's the thing, but I just wasn't expecting it. All right, so that's you'll kind of walk the rest of your beat. Cinnamon. Let's
me.
get to your train wreck.
All right. Hey, don't go on a train wreck. We don't know what's going to happen.
It hasn't derailed yet.
You better make those homeless happy because he's going to make them kill you.
That's where you're gonna be soon.
What's the punishment for impersonating an officer?
Death.
Crime. I believe it's in jail for a while.
I believe it's
leads to
no
death.
more Mr. Nice Guy.
No more cinnamon.
All right, so Cinnamon.
So yeah, I'm going to college. I think was the last thing.
Yeah, so are you gonna switch to charismatic Cinnamon mode?
Well, of course,
Okay.
but this time I'm going like I gotta fit the part. Obviously, I gotta look like a day off cop.
Okay, so I do have a question because this is also a mechanic I didn't know existed till I read the book. What are you gonna wear? Because it does matter.
I mean, my image of like what a cop wears on his day off, not this one. So like,
I would say so hoodie.
aviators.
It's not even your day off too. Aviators.
So I gotta go
Are they mirrored?
And no
Are they
more
mirrored
mustache.
Yeah, like the
aviators?
mirrored aviators. I got like the
I know you're.
I was gonna say like the cargo tack pants.
I know Cinnamon doesn't carry a gun, but is he gonna get something gun shaped to have bulging out of his pant line?
It's gonna be it's gonna be like a pipe, like an L pipe.
He's gonna take the other half of the broom handle and whittle it down.
Turn it into that.
The bloody.
No, but yeah. So like tack pants, maybe like almost like a sports jacket kind of look.
Yeah, okay, I got you. So like pretty generic off-duty
Sergeant
cop.
crew
What are you
cut.
doing with your hair? Like slicking it
Oh
back?
yeah, I'm gonna like grease it slick back like it's the 70s.
Okay, so there you go, Magnum PIing your way into the fucking school. So yeah, you walk on campus. It's a public university. No one really says anything. I haven't Googled one yet, so we're going to say it's called Philadelphia University.
That's fine.
Even though I'm sure there's like 6 there that are all more famous.
So I guess I'm gonna go to like registry, like students registry.
So you're just going to walk straight into the dean's office?
Maybe not the dean's office. I
Because
need
that's where
someone
they have all
less
the student
important.
records. Well, no, it's not his like personal
Oh,
office.
okay, yeah.
It's like his department.
Yeah. I'll walk into that department first.
So you walk into the dean of students office, and behind the counter is a rather tired-looking, like maybe undergrad. He's like this kid who's just kind of like at his little computer. You can see he's clearly watching Netflix, like off to the side before you walk up, and then he like hits the keyboard. He's like, "Hi, hey, sir." Use any of those.
Why, hey. Now, I need your help, young man. What's your name?
Thomas.
Nice to meet you. I'm Eli. So,
Okay.
Thomas, I'm in search for someone who is currently under investigation and maybe a threat to this school.
Oh, God. He goes, do I need to get my supervisor?
Well, that may be depending on your answer to this next question.
Okay.
I need to know a little bit about Nick Allen.
I really hope. So, for reference here, when I was writing this season, I am not super familiar with World of Darkness and Chronicles of Darkness.
Okay.
Or any of those. But Nick Allen, a roommate of mine, an actual college that I went to, played Vampire the Masquerade like all the time.
Yeah.
And so I picked his name as like a throwaway name that I was like, it's a little, for him, it'll be fun. It's really funny now that you're calling him like a terrorist. And being like, I need to find him. So Nick, if you're out there, sorry about that.
We're just doxing him right now. Like,
Anyway, so yeah, you go up there and he's like, yeah, is he a student?
I believe he is, yes.
Okay, yeah, I probably got to get my supervisor for that one.
Okay. I'll wait here.
Okay,
Like-
are you like a...
Undercover officer. Try to keep it low.
Okay. So he's going to go
another
get his supervisor. So now an adult who works a normal job comes out and he comes out of the office like to the area where you're standing and he's like, Eli, right?
Yeah, that's my name.
Yeah.
Officer Bridges. Nice
Mike
to meet
Peterson,
you.
good to meet you. And he'll shake your hand. He'll be like, I have you want to come into my office for a moment?
Yeah, yes, of course.
And so he'll guide you through this kind of like crowded cubicle area to like a little side office that you could tell is like the supervisor office.
Okay, yeah.
Where all the shift supervisors kind of share. And so he sits down across from you and he's like, what can I help you with?
So, there's currently a student here who is under investigation, or I believe he may be here. So, I am actually on the lookout for records because he may be a danger to this school and many of the students here.
What is he doing?
Well, we have some indication that he may be abducting kids.
Oh my God, like children?
Well, I think it is of like the same age group as him. I think he's around his 20s. So it's more like adult kidnapping.
Okay. You have your badge?
So this is I'm gonna like mean cop my way through this. Basically, I'm gonna like try to bully him out of it by going, "Listen, this is an urgent matter, if you know what I mean." Why do I sound like a land baron?
Whatever you think cops sound like.
give me your money.
So I'm gonna just try to like bully my way through.
Yeah,
it.
I follow. But so is that all you're saying? Is like this is urgent? Fuck
This
you!
is-
Like
well, yeah, this is urgent. I really need to get this information. I can definitely have you call my supervisor and give you my badge number right now if you need.
I could call your supervisor now.
No, I mean after we get through this conversation. My badge number is 4375.
So you could make an intimidation roll.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Let's do that doors thing I talked about earlier because that sounds like what this is.
Oh, what?
This is so social maneuvering.
Oh, okay, cool.
So basically, I'm going to say based on the circumstances, this would cause him a breaking point because he is going to give away personal student information, which he's absolutely not allowed to do.
Unless there's a legal subpoena for it.
There's not.
Exactly.
There's just a man asking for it.
So it caused him a breaking point.
years.
It's generally against his like character. So we're going to say 5 doors.
Okay.
Each attempt will take some time. Basically, he isn't unfavorable towards you or favorable, so there's not going to be any difficulty increased.
I got it.
But it might take several hours, is the way I would put it.
Okay, yeah.
If you're going to have to like wear him down.
Okay.
At any point, you can leave, but just if you get through all 5 eventually, then you will get your answer.
All right, I'm in for the long haul. Let's do it.
So you start with that. So you can make your first roll, which sounds like intimidation.
Okay. Intimidation plus what? Presence? Manipulation?
I guess it's manipulation. You are lying.
And because I want to
And the
win these things.
resistance. Well, but what's the Sorry, what's the mental stat? Composure?
Composure and resolve is usually the mental things.
No, because he's resisting. So it's just
yeah, it's
composure,
composure.
so it'll be 3.
-3?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because he's pretty, like, not wanting to tell you this.
2 successes.
Okay, so you start kind of working your way through, and he's like, I understand, Mr. What was your last name?
Bridges. Eli Bridges.
Mr.
Officer Eli Bridges. Officer Eli Bridges.
Say it like you mean it.
Officer Bridges, I understand your your haste here, but I think you also understand that there's a procedure here. I can't just give people's information out to anyone who shows up and says they're a cop.
I completely understand, but let me tell you, was it last night? It was last night, right? Where the whole
event?
the event of in the bar, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I'm asking, was it was last night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You have to understand, last night he had tried to abduct one of the other students here. And there's a whole scene about it, and kids are going to die if we don't get to the heart of this matter immediately.
Okay, I'm going to give you a +1 because he does want to protect his students. You're still having that -3 for his composure, though.
Yep. 3 successes.
All right, well, that's 5, and I haven't found the page yet to tell me how to do this right. So, I'm ordering this fucking book. I swear to God. It's faster. All right, so we're going to say good enough. Sorry, people who know this game. So, you, after 2 hours of kind of working your way with this guy, he's like, oh, okay, fine. If it's for protecting my students, I will humor your request as much as I'm legally allowed to.
Okay. I understand.
So you need his name and if he attends the university.
I need a name to attend the university, and preferably I need the residence he may be like staying on. If it's on campus, because I need to protect those students as quickly as possible.
Okay. He goes, I don't know how much of that we have on hand, but I will go get what I have.
Thank you. And your help in this investigation.
So he'll kind of turn to the computer and, type for a minute. And he's just like clicking away, and then you hear the printer kind of fire up and that laser. Yeah, that laser jet like zzz, 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 and then it spits it out, and he like hands you some stuff. He goes, okay, here's what I have on him. He goes, he doesn't live on campus. I don't know where he lives. He's just a normal sophomore from what I can tell. I mean,
right, and I understand, but he escaped custody last night. That's why I'm afraid he came back and is starting.
Okay, yeah. Well, here's his schedule.
Thank you.
That's all I can really give you. That's all I have.
No, you have been more than helpful, and I hope we can keep this as good as humanly possible.
You see him like take a vape out of his pocket and look at it and put it back. He's like, "Yeah, I hope we can do this." Because he didn't have a breaking point. So
The associate dean has a vape that just.
he's trying to quit.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his vice. He was looking at it like, "Do I do this?"
Do I do this
didn't-
after
he didn't
giving
suffer a breaking point, yeah.
student information?
He's like, "No, it's for the greater good."
Why? So thank you. I appreciate it. Do you need anything else from me before I run?
Yeah. Can I have that phone number for your supervisor? I just need to report everything.
Yeah. It's
Or, I could just call him. I guess it's a police department.
Yeah. Just call the Philly Police Department.
Okay.
I think we're like a block over on 14th Street. So,
I mean, there's several, but yeah.
well, that's what I'm saying. my precinct is in 14th Street.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And so he'll be like, have a good one.
You too. Thank you, friend.
So he'll shut the door.
And then I'll turn to the student there and it's like, you have been helpful in this investigation and endeavor, son. And then I'll leave.
Oh, okay, bye.
Just walks in. Your city thinks you.
Your lord. Okay.
All right, so what is the information on this sheet?
So, I mean, you have his full class schedule. You have his GPA. It's not good. His name, the basic information, his year of attendance.
Okay.
Average.
Does it say if he is a
Vampire? No. It
No,
doesn't.
on-campus student or an off-campus?
He is an off-campus housing. So under residence, it says off-campus.
Does it say his coven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has he been a vampire?
The von Zarovich coven.
Okay.
He's from Barovia.
All right, so I want to go to the first class of his schedule.
Okay. I mean, so I assume you mean the next one. Because, like,
No, the first of his day. Like, so whatever his
okay.
first period would be.
gotcha. So he wouldn't be there currently, but
No, that's fine. But,
yeah, you can go to that one.
or I guess the teacher. I'm looking for the teacher.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
So you go to the you go to that kind of class area, and just for the sake of it not being pointless waste of time, the professor who taught the early class is teaching like a back to back.
Okay.
And so you come in and you see that the first class is world history. He's a declared history major. And so you enter, and the professor's like, and that's why the Irish potato famine had lasting consequences that changed that reshaped Middle Eastern Europe, Middle Age Europe,
Middle Earth.
and led to advances in agricultural farming practices that we still feel today. And so you see the class like half awake. And he's like, so if you'll read chapters 14 through 35 by tomorrow, for tomorrow's lecture, we will begin talking about the development of the highway system in the groundwork that was laid for it in medieval Europe, and how that eventually grew into the modern road and interstate system we know now. And then like the class kind of like, you know, some of them kind of snap to and get up and start packing their bags. There's that one kid up front who's like drooling at the prospect of excitement. He's like already started reading.
I gotta make it to my next class.
It's his roommate. And so,
Like, oh, look over the roads.
yeah.
And my roommate better clean the dishes. I'm gonna write him another note.
He's got a CK3 players guide. He's like, oh, this guy exists. So yeah, anyway, they all kind of filter out as the professor starts like packing his stuff and like getting ready to leave.
Okay. So I'm going to walk up to the professor. Now, are you Professor Peter Finch?
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. What does it say?
She is definitely.
Professor David Sykes.
Oh, I read the wrong name. I'm sorry. Nice to meet you, David. My name is Officer Eli Bridges.
Hello, officer.
I have a couple questions if you have a moment.
Sure.
So,
My office hours, so I guess this counts.
you have a student. I believe he's in your
several.
first period class, or your first, like the 8 o'clock class.
period.
First class of the day. Sorry, I haven't been in school for a while.
We can tell.
Hey, no sassing the cop. Go do your homework. Sorry, these kids are rowdy.
It's
in the
okay.
morning.
They'll all end up in jail one day. There's a student in your first period called Nick Allians. Ring a bell?
Yes, Nicholas.
Yeah. So I have a couple questions about him, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Is he typically late to class?
No.
Okay. Does he ever talk about maybe like you heard in passing where with his friends about like his commute? I'm investigating the road safety. There was an accident not very far
Okay, so
off.
make a subterfuge, and then he's gonna have a 2 composure just because
Subterfuge and what?
whatever
Manipulation.
manipulation. Yeah, probably makes the most sense because it's just straight line.
Got it. And then he's got a
-2. It's just not the most observant, but that's the average.
Can I spend willpower?
I've not found anything that says you can't spend it retroactively. So
Okay, I'm gonna do it, and I'm sorry, world, if I'm wrong.
sorry, World of Darkness players.
That's gross.
But if you start leaving comments to correct me, I will fix it. I promise. It'll be like 2 episodes from now, but
so I still failed.
okay. He goes, no, my students don't typically start talking. You want to turn into dramatic failure? Typically don't start telling
Yeah,
me.
let's turn it into dramatic failure.
Get the fuck out of my classroom, you creep. I've been down this one before, all right, buddy? I remember what happened to that Sanderson girl when her professor started giving out details and the guy kidnapped her, decapitated her. Get the fuck out of my room.
Well,
You're not even. What's your badge number?
4375.
All right, you say it right there. And so he like,
I'm gonna
gets out
leave.
his cell phone and he starts like following you. And he's like, "Yeah, hello, cop guy. Yeah, we got a weirdo hanging out here pretending to be a cop. He said his name is something Eli, and he's 4372 badge number. Pretending to be a cop on campus to abduct children, and he's just like following you for a while. So you can try to like lose him, If you took off in a sprint, I think someone else might say something. But if you want to,
I-
like Assassin's Creed right through a crowd, you could try that.
Okay. Well, I remembered my code. Thank God. I was about to bludgeon him over the head with
Yeah,
the
no, we
pipe.
don't kill people.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to lose him if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay. So make a stealth plus.
Stealth and dex to maneuver.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, he does roll this one because it's active.
I got 3 successes.
Yeah, he got none. So you like kind of work your way through, and you find like a group of people that are probably heading to the school's stage play of
So
Grease.
what
And
I-
so you just like slide in there with the slick back hair.
Well, I'm gonna slick it forward now, and take off
Gotcha.
the glasses and act emo.
And so you sit at the My Chemical Romance
yeah,
table,
and I'd be
and
like,
he
"Man,
he
I
follows the
read."
Greasers, thinking you're in that group, and he goes, "I can't find him." So
Hey,
you can
guys.
take a beat for upgrading that.
Oh, cool, thank you. So then when I'm in that group, I'm be like, "Hey guys, sorry."
You trying to go Southern emo? on
Yeah,
me?
kinda. Hey guys, have you guys seen Nick Allen around? I've been looking for him.
So I don't even know what to have you because this is raw. Roll whatever willpower you have left, I guess,
Okay, I'm down.
and just see if they happen to know him.
1 success.
And guys like, oh yeah, Nick, man, he's pretty chill.
Yeah, have you seen him?
Today?
Yeah, today.
Nah, man.
Shit. Do you know where
skipped our
do you know where he
poetry jam
lives?
this morning.
I meant to give him some money. Do you know where? Do you know where he commutes from? I need to owe him some money.
I need to own some money. So make a deception and manipulation -2 because you need to owe him some money.
I need to borrow some money from him now.
And manipulation -2.
Yeah, 'cause-
Spend willpower to make it higher.
There's a lot of good clips for this episode.
I need to owe him some money.
Success.
Why?
1 success.
Why?
He goes, oh man, not exactly. He's like, but he lives over in the old townhomes, you know.
Oh yeah. What was the name? I'm blowing
I
the
don't
blank.
remember, man. I was
Oh,
blasted
is
to
it the
skull.
one that's like 30 minutes or an hour away?
Dude, I don't know. I took an Uber and I was drunk before I got in.
Oh yeah, I got it. Well, I'll thanks,
record.
thanks, man. I'll slick it back, throw on the shades, and I walk out.
There he is. No. Okay, so you do see cops poking around campus now.
Oh, I should probably take the shades off. I would shatter the shades against the ground and leave.
So you
Oh,
get
and then, sorry, one last thing. I'm gonna spike my hair so I'm like at least somewhat. And maybe ditch the jacket. Oh, one of those emo kids could use that jacket. I'm gonna pass it and be like, "Hey, man, I got this from my friend.
man,
it's
I
yours
was shop
now."
at Goodwill. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Just give it back to Goodwill and then buy it back. It's a get rich quick scheme. And I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
It's the opposite day.
Tackled for wearing the jacket.
So you will exit stealthily as you do, and we will. So Eli, about an hour into your shift,
Okay.
Sorry for your reputation.
Sorry for your loss.
you are kind of rounding the corner. You're about, I say, an hour, probably longer than that, a few hours into your shift. You round the corner and you see at the coffee stand, kind of at the end of the street where you're going to intersect with the beat next to you, Corporal Alvarez, the lieutenant or the corporal that helped you find all the murder victims.
Right.
And she's just kind of chatting with the coffee attendant. She turns and looks at you. She goes, "Oh, hey,
Oh, good morning, Corporal.
morning." And she'll kind of walk over and be like, "How are you doing?"
Pretty good. Pretty good. No, nothing too eventful this morning.
I hope
Good,
it gets tackled.
So, can I help you with something?
No, just make a casual conversation.
Just trying to be helpful, trying to befriend things. So, yeah. So, how's your day going? How's the investigations? All that,
Well, I mean, this is my beat. Nothing crazy's going on over here. I heard homicide ruled that the case that we found there, murder-suicide.
That makes no sense. Personally, I mean, I don't have the training that they may have, but
Yeah, no, they ruled it a murder-suicide. They said the dad snapped and killed everybody.
and ripped his own arm off.
I think that was one of the women.
I believe I was a young child.
Well, look, it's so much gore that day. I don't even know how I kept my composure through it. So,
'Cause, yeah, I don't really know either. I guess that's just what we do. But It was definitely weird.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if they closed it as a murder suicide, there's nothing further we can do, right?
I mean, there's nothing further we can do anyway.
Fair.
I mean, we just walk around the street and make sure no one's dying actively or recently.
I like to feed people and give them hot hands when it gets cold.
Whatever makes you happy, man.
Yeah.
She goes, well, I hope it's all goes well. I hope things are less eventful for you as they go on.
Yeah.
What time's your shift end?
7.
Good for you for knowing that 12-hour shift. Yeah.
Got that 7 to 7.
She goes, oh, yeah, I guess that's pretty common. Well, what are you doing after?
No plans currently.
We should go get a drink. I feel like I should get to know you better considering what we've been through.
You know, I would like that.
You want to meet at
Not Sips. Tried that place last night. Terrible.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about the incident there. How about we go to a more upscale bar? Let's go somewhere in Uptown.
Applebee's?
Uptown.
Okay.
Dollar, drink.
How about we'll meet? Want to meet here? 7, and we'll walk uptown. Well, we'll have to meet at the precinct, I guess, to take our uniform off. But
Right.
and then we'll head up to Uptown.
Yeah. You choose a spot. I'm down for anything.
Yeah. So she'll write down her phone number and be like, "Here, take this," and yeah, we'll meet up after work and we'll go.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see you at the
Drink away the
precinct at
pain.
7.
See, it's 7.
See you at 7.
And so yeah, she turns and kind of resumes talking to the coffee guy.
I think you're in.
So yeah, I'll walk and I'll add her number and like shoot her a text and say like, hey, this is Eli. Can't wait to see you.
And she sends like
Without sounding like
she sends like a thumbs up. She's like, "Can't wait."
You left the door open.
He's a cop. He fears nothing.
It's just much louder.
so I'll go just kind of continue
Yeah,
trolling, keeping an eye out.
That's fine. All right.
Just for my own like information, cops are like they give their badge numbers out, so like anyone would know them, right? It's not like confidential information.
It's if someone asks for it, they
Yeah.
typically do. I don't think there's like a directory, unless I'm wrong. But I
I'm
think
Officer Jane 2221.
To my knowledge, most cops will just say their name, and then if you ask for their
yeah, it's typically not something they're like. Anyway, here's my badge number
They'll
and
get
my
mad,
social.
and then
Yeah, you don't try to give it out super often, just because you don't. I mean, if you don't have to give it out, you don't.
Things like
but-
cinnamon happen. And
Yeah, then there's
Yeah.
people like cinnamon that cause it to be a bad idea. Okay, so so you'll have some drinks after work.
Yeah.
So Donnie, it's been some time. It's been several hours. Well, almost 12, I think, since you've been kidnapped. Your phone's rang a few times, but you have no access to it.
I think I have it.
I have work soon. Or
Notably,
now.
your mouth is quite dry. You've not had anything to drink or eat since you got here.
Can I have some non-spiked water?
So Alex, you've been kind of left in charge of the prisoner.
Yeah, I was gonna feed him.
So what are you going to feed him?
Blood. I know you're a vampire.
Here you go, buddy. Cut your arm.
Like this.
Yeah, no, I
You like that freak?
Oh, it's
just
different
got
type
some
of
like
meat.
quick fast food for me and him from like
Okay,
around
so you
the
bring
corner.
some like McDonald's.
Yeah,
Oh, that stuff's gross. I know who works there. Oh,
Is it Nick? Does Nick work there?
you really gonna be picky right now? Do you want to eat or not?
I'll eat.
That's what I thought. It's like the food.
So yeah, he'll hand
can't
you
reach it.
like a McDouble. Yeah, so he's chained up unless
gonna
you
feed it
choose.
I
to
was gonna say, can I set him up to where he like has use of his arms, but like there's nothing around him that he can like grab or anything, so like he can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, so the one arm's busted up.
Well, yeah.
Can you lift my arm up so I can hold a cheeseburger?
No. I'm gonna free your arm so you can eat, but no, I'm not holding your arm up.
I can dislocate my wrist.
So yeah, he'll sit you down with a burger and some fries, leaving the broken arm still cuffed because there's really no reason to uncuff it, and to the chair there.
I'll cuff it up to like support
And I
it.
like
so-
shrug my arm so it like lands on my lap. So I'm like, all right, it's a little bit more comfortable. This kind of hurts.
Yeah, I tried to fix that.
You didn't do a good job.
I could try again.
If you,
You
please.
tell me where Nick lives.
You can't just come at it, dude.
Every time we
that's
hanged
smart,
out, every time we hanged out, it was like 30 minutes.
So you can make a roll to recall this, and if it were Eli, he has a good memory, but not you. So, do you remember off the top of your head, Matthew, what the roll is for this? The memory recall roll, or did you just write like memory?
Intelligence plus composure.
There you go.
Am I composed?
Is that?
Well, no, I'm sorry. It says when making intelligence plus composure to recall minute facts from info, I get a bonus because I have an eidetic memory.
All right. So whatever he just said, intelligence plus composure.
That's 2 attributes though.
Honestly, that makes total sense for Cinnamon because it's 2. I can't recall shit.
I'm only 3. I'm not much better.
I meant to give you -2, but that's fine.
3.
Successes?
Yeah.
Okay, so just 1. I mean, doesn't do anything till 5, rather. So you also remember that he lives in some townhomes not far from campus, but you didn't commit it to memory.
Now that I'm not getting stabbed, I live down by the townhomes, like, I don't know, 30 minutes out.
All right. You help me, I'll help you. Here's some food. And I'll get you some, what do you want, water, Mr. Athlete, or some Powerade, or
What was that? What'd you call me?
some Mr. Athlete?
Some
I
AB
heard
positive.
ass lead.
Mr. Ass lead. That was a bad lead. Give us a better one.
Can I get that Sprite?
Yeah, here you go, man. Here's a Sprite.
You give him a McDonald's Sprite.
Oh, it's so
roll.
spicy.
Why don't you roll a stamina plus composure? I'm kidding. Don't do
No,
that.
I'm doing it.
McDonald's Sprite's the best Sprite.
Yeah, it's just aggressive.
1 success.
So you've palated McDonald's Sprite. What a surprise.
That other beer that about killed me was worse.
So yeah, okay. So you give him a Sprite.
I give him Sprite. I give him some food.
Give that Mamba sauce.
Sure.
New. Thank you.
It's the number 5th sauce.
Number 5.
Number 5.
On 5th Street.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. I'm letting him eat. I'm trying to slowly make him hate us less by slightly making his conditions better, but not freeing him.
You didn't stab me. That cinnamon fella did.
Yeah,
so
I didn't
You're
stab
okay
you.
in my book.
I'm getting you some food.
Sneeze.
You're a little bit more comfortable now.
No.
No.
So Cinnamon.
Why, howdy,
Where would you
Lord.
go after fleeing?
Well, I believe my first thing is to GPS townhomes near me.
So there are a lot in Philadelphia.
Okay.
You don't say.
Townhomes are a pretty common renting practice, especially near a college.
Well, shit. All right. Well, I'm gonna. Ooh. I know what to do. I'm gonna go call Eli.
Oh my god.
So Eli, you're kind of helping a kid who fell off his bike back up, and your phone starts ringing, and you just see Cinnamon.
With 2
I'll
hearts on it.
mute it and like
Too hard.
reach in my bag and like pull out like a band-aid and
Yeah,
so I'm gonna say like it's now canon that Eli carries band-aids and put a band-aid on the kid's knee and then help him back up and yeah I've got some like Toy Story and
want
Paw
the
Patrol
Dalmatian
band-aids
Toy
as like regular
Story.
ones.
Wow, you've been pocketing that shit for a while.
They still make them.
You got
Yeah, I
a friend
know.
in me.
So yeah, I'll just patch up the kid as best I can. I mean, it's a skint
Yeah.
knee, and then send him on his way. I'm like, hey, be careful. You'll get the hang of it one day. I guarantee it. And I'll reach back.
Thank
and,
you.
It's like 3
wanna
missed
force-
calls, but it's still ringing because I'm still calling you.
You want to force that crit fail?
What? Eli, my boy.
What?
I got questions for you.
Okay.
Does the police precinct have you said they have records on people, right?
Yeah, but we have to have a reason for looking them up. I can't just go.
Well,
and
I have
look
a
up your
reason. He's a
entire
dirty
history.
vampire and is going to kill somebody. So,
The guy at the Starbucks you're at is like, what the fuck, man?
oh, sorry, it's my wife. But yeah, no. So I would like to find him so my wife can, meet him and we could go to the cosplay event together.
Good save.
Thanks.
I didn't know you were married, but cool.
Sorry, I'm in a Starbucks and the reception's kind of bad right
Oh,
now.
I got you. Now,
But
look,
I do need to find him.
just look through the public records. You have his name. You know the school that he goes to. Look up voting records.
You have more access. Could you do it for me?
No, I'm not
I'm
looking
hearing
up-
the beat. I'm
not looking up someone who was just released from custody.
And Alex vomits.
Why is
some
the cop
bad
yelling
McDonald's.
as a kid in the background?
So
just
no.
please do just a quick search.
If I had a cop with,
just
if I had a
call
car
your
with a
friend.
computer,
Just ask for a search.
no, because that's going to be suspicious. Because I was just
APB.
questioning his release. I'm not doing that,
Brother, come on, man.
brother. No.
That was,
Click.
Fucker. All right. All right. Fine.
Make his job worse.
I'll go to the.
Receive a text from Alex. Hey, I think Nick lives in some townhomes.
I'm gonna text back winky face and like little heart and be
Eggplant.
like, and then a second text that follows like, already on it.
Okay.
And it definitely is southern accented.
Say we got McDonald's.
with a cowboy
in
hat
italics.
emoji.
Yeah, it's got the cowboy winky hat. So then, yeah, so I'll take Eli's advice. Eli sounds like a smart guy. I'll go to the public records. And
Okay, so the public records is hard to. How exactly? I am not aware of a place that is just like here are all the public. You can go
Well-
to City Hall, but that's not going to have his rental record. It's
Okay,
going to have the owner of the townhome.
Okay.
You could try like using Facebook access and stuff to like backtrack him to the internet. If you think that's the approach you want to take. How would Cinnamon, if you were in the situation, like realistically go about trying to find this information?
Aside from pestering Eli about it,
Google it.
yeah, he definitely would try Googling it, which would not amount to anything.
Well, it could. That's the
okay,
thing.
so I'll try Googling it.
Okay, so you're going to do intelligence plus computer. Or, sorry, wits plus computer.
Wits plus cell phone.
So 0, which
If it was a
is a
cell
1. Where's my chance die? 2.
I mean, do you want me to look it up? Shit.
Well, not anymore. He doesn't.
I've already done it.
you
I
take-
gave Eli his chance.
You take out the cell phone, and you're like scrolling through it. You know how when you use a phone, if you got it like coddled too much, there's too many apps open, it starts to heat up.
Yeah.
Well, you take it, and it's getting really hot, and so you kind of like set it down for a moment in the water, and it just breaks.
That sounds about right. And then I'm going to pick it back up and be like, oh, wait a minute. I need to bring this to a repair shop. I'm going to toss it in the water, and I'll
You just throw it off the dock.
yeah. And then I'm just going to like go about my day.
Cinnamon seems like the kind of person that just uses nothing but burner phones, and his number's always changing.
I don't even think he owns a phone. I think he just uses the nearest person's.
I'm
was
pretty
my
sure,
phone.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I still have Don's phone. It's probably his phone.
Well, that's the one you
Yeah.
just ditched.
He just-
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I probably threw it straight into the water. Anyway,
That was the Pro Max Series 7.
He says randomly with no provocation.
That's an old ass phone there.
Yeah, where's my phone, man?
I guess I can.
I could tell work I'm going to be late.
I guess I could. I'll go back. Probably confer with Alex and Don.
Okay.
So that's what Cinnamon will do.
Okay. So we'd say it's probably reaching mid-afternoon at this point, maybe 4 o'clock, by the time he kind of gets back. The professor has been either researching or dealing with clients all day, so he's been kind of tied up, which is not unusual for him.
Alex, Don, I'm home.
I have
no,
McDonald's
I
for
am.
you.
Oh, well, what you get me?
Several hours old at this point, but
I got some cold McNuggets.
That's all right. I like them cold.
Mamba sauce.
No, we're
he
out of
reminds me
sauce.
of my dad,
I
so
know.
I like to
Yeah.
have them cold.
The prisoner ate all the sauce. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Prisoner.
I wasn't a big fan of Mamba number
Still chained
5.
up.
So I concurred what I got with your sweet text you sent me. I did indeed figure that out. Hey, do you know what like a popular townhome is, Don, for like students?
New Grove student townhomes.
Okay, I'm down. I can look there. So I'm gonna go. What's it called? Pound the ground, beat the ground.
Shake the bushes.
I shake the bushes. All right. I'm gonna go shake some of them bushes. Tell
twice,
Eli that I'm sorry, and then I'm gonna go check out New Grove.
Wait, why can't you text Eli?
I lost my phone in the water
Okay,
by the docks.
got it. All right.
so you delete the contact that you had for Cinnamon a minute ago.
I'll go buy a new phone before I come back. I promise.
Text Eli.
Wow.
Cinnamon is sorry. I don't know why.
Ding.
God.
That's what I'm saying.
You so do you want to pound pavement in like the networking way, or are you just gonna bumble around the townhomes and ask about a guy named Nick?
Literally.
I think it's a little bit of both. I'm going to bumble around in the New Grove place
right.
looking for a guy named Nick.
It sounds like the best option is to give you a minute to think how to approach it.
Well, I know how I'm going to approach it. I'm going to pose as an officer, and then I'm going to demand information, or else everyone is in trouble.
Okay, so you're gonna go to like the lease office and just be like, "Hey, give me this dude's fucking address." Like,
Yeah, like we need to find his address quickly, or else like he will abduct more kids.
all right, got it.
Do you know why the man Don is missing? Well, that's why.
Okay,
Make a bumble and
And
then
that-
go for men and look for him on there.
so you go to the New Grove student townhomes. Then we can stick with you.
Okay. Anyone else, please take away from me.
Well,
at
I was
any
going to
point.
give you a minute, but you knew immediately.
Eli's waiting for his date and, beat copping it around for 3 more
Oh,
hours.
yeah.
I'm just kind of chilling with Don. We're just hanging out.
I can't move my arm.
Can I try to heal that again?
No, it's just like a one and done.
All right.
So you enter the leasing office where you see this very uppity looking woman, with like very neatly kept bobbed blonde hair, like platinum pantsuit. It's not platinum. The hair's platinum. The pantsuit is black.
Of course, run my hand through my slick back hair.
She's got like 12-inch heels. That's fucking huge. She's in 9-inch heels.
12 inches.
Yeah, 12-inch heels are fucking massive.
Why, hello there, honey.
What do you want?
Well, I am
What?
Officer Bridges, and I am conducting an investigation. I need your assistance.
Ah, yes, I have a simple word for that. Warrant?
Yes, my warrant is this, and I'm going to say my police badge number, 4375, and then I'm going to, again, try to bully my way through it, if I can.
Okay. So, you're going to... What are you trying to gain by just announcing your badge number?
I'm just trying, I'm just trying to intimidate. I'm trying to use the...
So phrase it the way you would. So
Oh,
she
okay.
basically said, warrant. And what would be your response?
Ma'am, I do not have time for this. He will start killing people in this place if I do not find him.
Okay, so that's not really as intimidating, but I'll take it. Roll.
I'm not great at intimidation.
Yeah, well, I say that it's fair. It's no penalty on the character. So roll. I think presence plus intimidation because you're kind of just saying like, "Look at me, I need this."
Yeah.
Look at me.
And then 4.
I am the guy.
You're going to remind 4 for her composure because she does not have any intention of giving you this.
Okay, so +3 -4 gives me a 2. All right, I failed.
She goes, no.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. And I'll walk out, and then I'm gonna go sneak around the back, and
To the
then
leasing office?
yeah, the
Okay.
leasing office, and I'm gonna look inside and see where there might be like contracts of like people and stuff. Like I'm looking for like a filing cabinet.
Luckily, it's 2023, and so it's probably on a computer.
Oh, damn it. That's a good point. All right, well, so I'm going to hang...
Maybe the laptop, the MacBook she has next to her, I would maybe be willing to say that she's not the only one that works there, so there might be like a desktop, but it's in the office for sure.
Can I break in through the window and maybe take the laptop?
That's next to her?
No, like in one of the other offices. If there's
So
other
I
ones.
said there's probably like a large desktop,
Oh.
and then she has like a laptop as the office manager.
Got it. All right, I want to try to break in and then go to the desktop and try it. Deal?
Yeah, so you're going to subterfuge or lockpick, either one.
Larceny?
It's called larceny, yeah. Larceny plus dexterity, and she's going to basically just make a listening to see if she notices you.
1, 2, 3. 3.
She got 1. So you pop the lock and you're able to kind of slip into the back office. She could hypothetically see you if she turned her head about 40 degrees, but you can see she's swiping through like Hinge.
You sucked your gun in just enough.
All right, so now that I'm here...
She's like, no.
I'm gonna while she swipes through, I'm going to try to quickly find like contract signed and like verification that he lives here.
Yeah, so it's going to be computer plus wits for sure because you're trying to be quick. Or dexterity because you're just really trying to rifle through quickly.
All right.
It's not your intelligence to find the file, it's your ability to quickly use the computer.
I mean, his last name starts with an A, so it should be at the top.
Not when you run out of willpower. You just can't pass willpower rolls.
2, 3.
She will make her do I see you doing it roll.
So 3.
She's really like you see she like goes she sees like a Bumble pro or a Hinge profile. Oh, Bumble, she has all of them. She switches to Bumble and she sees a profile and the name's Jonathan and then she like closes that and opens Instagram and just types like Jonathan and there's 2
okay,
minutes. She's
yeah.
like trying to find him on Instagram. She's like, I'm not getting burned again. And she's just like scrolling through that. So what you get 3?
I got 3, yeah.
So 3, I mean you can find his apartment number.
So he does live here.
Yeah, there's a Nick Allian registered here. There's a lease that says he's in apartment 354.
Okay. And
Write that
that and then while I
Wait, no. Cinnamon, write that down. For
yeah,
myself.
I got you. I'm doing
I don't know
that.
why I was telling everyone else to do it.
Well, I was gonna say now, is there a phone nearby?
Not a mobile cell phone. There's
Damn it.
definitely a desk phone.
You threw yours out.
Yours out.
I'll just buy one on the way back.
All right.
So all right, so I'm gonna sneak out. Oh, close the file, sneak out because I don't want her to just randomly find that.
You hear what? I thought for sure he would have swiped on me, and she just like keeps scrolling.
And then you hear me under my breath, oh, honey. And then I'm gonna pop out, and then I'm gonna close the window, and then I'll go to apartment 354.
Okay. So you go to 354. There's a door.
Is there a window?
Yeah, but it's on like the third floor, so you'd have to jump pretty high to get up there.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess I'll just walk through the
Wall.
No, actually, no. Hold on. I'm a smart boy.
Sometimes.
No, I mean I'm a coward. I'm not going in there by myself. I'm going back to Alex. I'm gonna go back to Alex with the now found exact room and information.
Okay. So, Eli. Mm-hmm. The sun's setting.
Yep. And I guess probably about 6:45. I'll start making my way back to the precinct.
Shift's coming to a close. Yeah, you get your clothes changed out.
Do any end of day paperwork reports that may
Yeah.
need to be done?
Nothing crazy, unless you want to talk to someone in the precinct or do something like that. But
No, I think Eli's probably still pretty beat up and tired from last night because I don't think he slept much and is
Yeah.
pretty sore. So he's just gonna kind of keep to himself. And then I will be looking for the corporal at the precinct.
yeah, so after probably like 5 minutes after 7, she'll come out of the women's locker room, kind of changed into normal clothes, and she's like, "All right, Rook, you ready?"
Yeah.
All right. So where you want to go? So you said no to sip.
So if there's I'm kind of hungry. So wherever has good drinks and good food.
She said, "Well, there's Sal's."
I'm fine with Sal. Have I ever been to have been to Sal's, or do I know what Sal's is?
I don't think the professor's like a let's go out and eat kind of guy. He
That's
seems
fair.
pretty much doing what he's doing only.
Yeah. So
Sal's
yeah, I'm
is
like,
pretty
I've never eaten there, so I'm down to
Pretty good
try it.
pizza
It's an
place.
Italian place, so
That
we'll
works
hit
for
it up.
me.
And so she kind of like, you guys will walk out, and she'll kind of start guiding up the road to Sal's Italian restaurant.
Sal's Sicilian place.
Sal's Savory Sicilian
Yeah.
Pizza.
seats
It's a strip club.
seats a bunch. So you kind of get there, and she's just like, "So, anything interesting happened on your beat today?"
Nothing really. Just do beat cops do like parking citations or anything?
You can.
I probably wouldn't. It's too much paperwork. So I probably would have written some
Parking
warnings.
ticket?
Yeah.
Too much work. He doesn't feel like writing. All right, he's got carpal tunnel.
Join the cops that have force now.
Yeah, he joined for the power,
Because you have to show up
Power
to
to
court
save the
for
homeless.
tickets, don't you?
not for a parking
Not
ticket.
for a parking ticket.
Oh, then yeah, no. I'm just like, yeah, a handful of parking tickets. We've had
Real chaotic neutral. I like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go, and she's like, okay, yeah, it's a pretty calm beat. That's why the triple homicide was kind of a surprise.
Yeah. I really wish there was more that I could do for that other than just, call it in and report.
Yeah, well, that's our role, I guess. She says, and she's like, I've been on the beat, not your beat, but I've been on my beat for a few years, and I haven't had anything like that.
Really?
Yeah,
And if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been with the force?
about 5 years.
Okay. I just started a few months ago, so that's a big, shocker to get started with that.
I agree. She says it's not a typical case in most circumstances.
Off in the distance, at the warehouse, Cinnamon harasses Alex to the point where Alex hands Cinnamon his phone because he doesn't want to deal with it anymore.
Okay.
And then Eli's phone rings on said date.
And I do have it on silent, so I'll just mute it and pull it out and just
But
turn
it
it
says
off.
Alex now. It doesn't say Cinnamon.
Yeah. I'll be like, yeah,
Text. Pick
And
your
I'll just-
phone. Urgent.
I turn it off.
The whole just flat off.
I'm
like-
on a date.
She goes, okay, interesting. She goes, yeah, you're new. I hear you're doing all right. Aside from letting that one suspect go. But
I was technically off duty for that.
I don't think that saves it there, sport.
Yeah, well, that's a...
What is this, a bust?
This is a sting on a cop.
There was a lot that happened that night.
We all make mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Everybody has one of those. You're good. Go. Get him.
He's weakened.
Compromise.
Yeah. Repeat. Say that louder. She goes, yeah, I mean, fair enough. She goes, well, I think if you stick with it and don't do that anymore, you'll probably move up pretty quick. Not a lot of people stay on your beat for a long time.
I mean, I like it. I'm trying to, build rapport with people, try to help improve as much as I can the image of the police because, it's not all it used to be.
Yeah. I feel like, especially in that part of town, things have been pretty rough for a while. So I think having a friendly police officer will be helpful for as long as you're there.
So enough about work. Tell me about you.
What about me?
What do you like to do when you're not pounding the pavement, as the kids say?
Well, I run.
Shaking the bushes.
She said, I run a lot. I run marathons.
Really?
Like pounding the pavement to me.
Exactly. She says, random guy at the table next to me.
Get a beat for that.
Give out beats in my game.
Honey, you can't say that.
She goes, so I'm a combat vet, so I, keep up with that. For the most part, it's really just work. I listen to true crime because who doesn't? And that's about it. So I go for runs. I have a pet. Kind of a boring life, realistically. Been trying to make more friends here in Philly.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean,
What about you? What do you do in your off time?
I'm a avid reader. Like
kind
to
of books you
kinda
read?
Study. I'm a big fan of like the darker, like fantasy, occulty kind of things. Not like a practitioner in any way, but it's just
So she like kind of like a practitioner?
well, like
Casual summoning circle. You don't know.
yeah.
I love incense candles.
I like to. I just
Like a
to-
Wiccan?
Yeah, I'm not into like that. I like to read about their kind of ideas and what people believe could be out there, but I don't do any hands-on stuff. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
His hands
That's not
on.
what you wanted to hear.
they've got that Crystal Treasures place around the corner if you ever need good luck charms or whatever.
I don't buy into all that stuff. It's it's interesting in theory and stuff like that, but nothing I'd put my money in.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's fair. We don't make a lot of that anyway.
Exactly.
So,
Got to be careful where I spend it, and hot hands and old sandwiches are the way to do it.
she goes, yeah, all right. Well, I could say that's not what I was expecting. I expected like football or golf or like something normal.
Yeah. I mean, I work out, but it's really I don't do
After the
sports.
summoning, certainly. You gotta get some reps in,
Okay.
Can't skip leg day.
yeah. He's got to run from anything he summoned.
Go fist shock.
Maybe when do you run? Maybe we could run together
Usually before
before. Yeah.
before work. So I get up around 5. I'll go run a half marathon and then
Half marathon every day.
Right before work.
I might join you on like the last quarter of that.
hey, I'm always looking for new friends. All right. The coffee stand guy is the only other friend I've made.
and he's hot.
He's ripped.
Hell yeah.
Way out of my league.
I guess back on the work topic.
Okay. You asked to change topics, but all right.
So we were summoning, working out, and also
Very,
working.
Pounding the
very
pavement.
specific here. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just curious because I just started. What's the process to move up? I want to make detective.
Well,
one
don't
day.
let detainees go. It's a
Noted.
good first step.
Noted. I do have to meet
You're
like
gonna
a
be
quota of
living on that one
tickets.
for a while, Rook.
Yeah,
They're already calling you Free Willy at the station.
I didn't know I had a nickname. I don't stay around there much.
Oh, that stuck like a motherfucker.
But
Red
you'll be
Bull.
stuck with that one for a while. But normally you work a while. There's some education, depends on the rank for one, but there's education and then there's service. I mean, it's not 1935 anymore, so you're not going to like break the big case and get promoted to detective on a whim. It's a little more structured than that because of systemic bias. So she's like, you'll have to work your way up, usually through time. I mean, I made corporal. I've been here for 5 years, so I've been maybe not the fastest, but also not the slowest. So it just takes time. But I'll tell you, whatever the detectives do, they're pretty good at their jobs. The homicide detectives have a pretty high clearance rate, actually. And then, we don't have a whole lot of that, at least not in our little quadrant. I'm sure somewhere in the city it's going on.
Probably on the other side.
And so you guys will kind of carry on the conversation of just like life, getting to know one another as the night continues. So what are you two up to now?
We were texting him like.
Okay, so when he eventually isn't going to answer,
Cinnamon has my phone.
so Cinnamon sends about 15
And my
text
phone,
messages
too.
in 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting it back.
Yeah, the rapid calls and texts definitely make me know that it's not Alex, especially like if I get like the preview. It's like, hey.
Well, actually, it's probably more like misspelled words and like
Yeah.
emojis.
What the fuck is this?
Eggplant hand.
Well, it's like
Drips.
It's an emergency. So it's like cowboy hat emoji
like
with like
hieroglyphs.
the praying hands up, and then like phone.
Say eggplant.
Yeah,
I'm
we-
trying to give him tips to get promoted. But
Yeah.
Are we doing dinner?
But then after like 15 texts and I realize it's not 15 texts and I realize it's not happening, I'll go, well, so I found he lives in apartment 354 on New Grove. So maybe we can go like do that. Don.
Can you pick up a Philly? There's one near that place.
So yeah, we could do
I
that.
can do a Philly.
The professor will rejoin
Philly,
you.
Philly.
Wouldn't they just be called cheesesteak since you're in Philadelphia?
I think there's.
They're still called it because there's like a style to it.
Give me a chopped cheese too.
So the professor will enter the room and
Fucking
go,
needy.
there is no shortage of mentally ill people in the city.
It's Philadelphia, dude.
And he goes, why is the prisoner unhandcuffed?
My arm's broken. Like it's just kind of like.
More importantly, why didn't you gag him at some point? I feel like that would have been...
I've been trying to get him to talk. Honestly, I gave him some food.
I've
Is he
given up
always
on
like
that
this?
angle.
We've kind of just been hanging out.
I think he just likes killing people, and he's kind of like.
So he's going to shove a rag in your mouth. And he goes, if you remove that, bad things will happen.
That's my sweat rag.
He goes, I think I might have an idea. What are you two up to?
I found where Nick lived.
Oh, perfect.
And I also found his schedule. And also, I learned it's really easy to impersonate cops.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know. Can I have my phone back?
Oh, well, here you go. Oh, I lost my phone. Professor, can
You
I?
haven't had a phone in months.
Well, I
lost
had his.
my
I
phone.
pointed Don. I had his phone, but I lost that in the river.
My phone.
Muffled.
All right. Well, I have some work to do with the prisoner. So if you two need to do whatever.
We can go do surveillance on the
Where's
town home.
Evi?
Well, he's not responding to my. I'll show him all the text.
You should be back by now.
I don't think he mentioned where he was going or doing anything. So
It's all right. He'll be all right.
But so yeah, we should do surveillance and also stop by Marco's because I need a phone. Because I realize it's kind of important.
Okay.
Oh, and maybe we should take Don.
Nope. I think I'll hang on to Don.
Oh, that works too. I was saying let's take Don because he might be able to,
I don't
spill
think
some more
taking a man
information.
that we've been holding captive in public is a great idea.
No,
put
I
a co-
actually agree with that one. Let's leave him here.
I was gonna say put like a coat over his back and keep.
It's
his
more
hands
the
covered.
screaming.
He's got a gag in his mouth.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't leave
We'll
that.
just say he's mute. Cut it off. Close his mouth. Call him mute.
I think you go ahead. I need to work with him anyway.
All right, I'm down.
I'm with Prof on this one. Let's go get your phone so we can do surveillance.
Yeah, I'm down.
So you guys will go to Marco's, and so you're greeted with the cinnamon.
Marco, my boy.
He goes, I have a fresh batch of trash. I mean, electronics for you to look at.
I will come back tomorrow, maybe, and look at all that. I promise.
all right.
But I do need a phone.
Okay.
I have lost my phone in the ocean.
He like, there's other customers around, and so he kind of leans in and he's like, do you mean like, is this an up and up phone? Like you need a Verizon, or do you mean like a, ditching phone?
Well, I'm good at
Another
ditching
phone that
phones.
you might throw in the ocean. He's
Can I
like,
have 3 of those?
3 of those. How many dots and resources do you have as a merit?
I have 0.
So you can have one of those, as you don't have any resources, any outside of normal.
Yeah.
He goes, you look a little short there, guy.
Okay, well, can I get the Reverson phone or whatever?
He goes, I think maybe we do a straight talk. And so he gets like it's a smartphone, but it's like a generic smartphone.
Okay.
He goes, you got 200 minutes.
That's a lot of minutes.
It feels like it. He goes, so I don't know, 50.
Okay.
So
I got 50. And here, you can hand him the L pipe, and I'll be like, you can also leave that, and I'll come back and buy it later.
strange man. And so he goes, Alex, you need anything?
Oh no, Alex is good. Alex is trying to find resources on his sheet.
Alex is talking to.
It would be
about
under
something.
merit.
Merit you would have.
Yeah, you see it right here. You see these dots?
So I have no resources. Got
Yeah,
it.
so if you have nothing, it's considered that you have like what normal people would have for money.
Understood.
Yeah, resources is considered like a lot of money or a fair amount of money.
Gotcha.
Specialty items have dots that you need to have in order to even purchase them. So like a flamethrower, for example, has like 3. So if you don't have 3 in resources, you can't buy it.
Gotcha. So
Thank
I'm
you,
assuming I
Marco.
can't afford any good firearms anyway. So
Fair enough.
appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Marco.
Later,
I
Marco.
appreciate you as always. I'll be back for that pipe tomorrow, I think.
All right.
And we're going to New Grove. And I'm going to turn and walk away.
And so, yeah, you guys will head to the New Grove townhomes for students. Donnie, once they leave, the professor
You
will.
a dog now?
I have a muzzle.
The professor kind of like grabs your face and like turns your head to the side, and he goes, "It's impressive that you haven't healed faster." And so he'll kind of like, he like takes some lights. He does like a very basic medical kind of run over, and he's like, he goes, "I can't say for certain." He goes, "I'm going to take this out of your mouth, and I need you to not be insufferable for 5 minutes. We have an agreement?" And so he'll take that out. He'll be like, "I am not sure what is up with you." He goes, "You are certainly a vampire."
Not to my recollection.
"That is the problem," he says. "Do you?" He goes, "Are either of your parents missing, dead?"
Nope. Dad should be teaching the Boy Scouts at this point. And Mom's a nurse.
He goes, "Interesting." And so he kind of like, he goes, "Yeah, what's weird is you should, my last test for you is that vampires regenerate at a fairly quick rate." He goes, "So I have a theory."
What finger do you want?
He goes,
Does it involve stabbing me? Hope it don't.
Nope, it involves something else. He goes, "So, in order to, well, we'll just let you see this." And so he's going to hand you a glass of water. He'll be like, "Drink this."
My hands are tied.
Oh, right. Open your mouth.
Up his mouth.
So he will pour the water in your mouth, and it hurts like a motherfucker.
Not again.
And so you're kind of coughing violently and like spitting,
What's it taste like?
choking. It tastes like water that was on fire.
Is this Fireball?
He goes, "No, this is holy water." And so you're coughing like aggressively. And you kind of feel like you're about to throw up, but at the same time, it feels like your throat is kind of disintegrating from the inside out, like you just drunk acid.
Oh, it's much more painful.
Accurate.
And he goes, "Interesting." And so like he'll unchain
real
you so you
quick.
fall on the ground. You're kind of like coughing up.
Esophagus?
Yeah.
Oh, I have Hardy. Does that count? Holy water?
What does it do?
Like resistance to
Resist
most things that
poison
hurts me.
You don't want to resist this. You want this roll to go off.
Can I crit fail it?
No, you want to pass it, but like
I meant resist
you're not
the-
resisting anything.
I wanna resist the holy
This
water.
is something else.
2.
So you're like, as you kind of like are coughing,
1. Sorry.
as you're coughing, you kind of like fall to your knees and you like slam onto the ground. And you're like, coughing up little bits of like this water, but also there's like blood streaming out of it. And as you kind of like put your palms face down, You could see your nails kind of elongate and start to scratch the concrete as you like pull your hands closed. But you also notice that the pain in your shoulder is now gone as you kind of like move yourself back to your feet, and you can posture up and you can heal 2 lethal damage. Or you said 1, right? So 1 lethal damage.
I have a bunch of
Well, you said 1 success though.
Oh, yeah.
And you heal 1 lethal damage as you kind of stand up, and like you can see the wounds on your body starting to like close naturally. And the cracked, like the hole in your arm, although it's wrapped, you can feel that it's kind of closing, and like the stressed muscle is also like it's starting
All
to
the wood chips
heal
and
back.
flick out.
Yeah. Well, they're more like slowly falling out like Wolverine.
Is my
style.
throat back to talking?
Yeah, so you kind of like get up as you like that choke attack passes.
What's happening to me?
And so yeah, your skin has turned like pale, and you can see that you have like these elongated fingernails.
I kind of look up at the professor.
He goes, "I suspected as much. You are a vampire."
I've already been through puberty, dude. Like,
And so after a couple moments, if you don't do anything else, like if you're just going to stand there in like shock, you'll see that it kind of turns off. Your skin kind of regains its rose color. And
can I
your
turn into a
nails-
bat, fly away?
No. Your nails kind of shrink back.
The hell?
And then he will walk
Looking at
over
my
to
hands.
you, and he'll like crack the window so that the evening sun kind of like beats down toward you, and it gets in your eyes, but it doesn't hurt you.
Dude, you'd be locked me up in like a dark area. Damn, like.
He goes, interesting. He goes, your parents, neither of them have gone out of the way to avoid the sun.
My dad actively goes out in the sun. My mom works night shift, but
He goes, I have some unfortunate news.
she's like a trauma nurse, and everyone gets shot here in Philly.
He goes, I have some unfortunate news.
I shoot a lot of people.
I hope you're not going to kill me again or try to.
No, I will not.
Okay.
One of your parents is not your parent, because your parent, one of them is a vampire. One of your actual parents.
Right.
And that is why you are a half vampire.
I did drink a drink that hurt me. It was probably spiked.
It was holy water, as was the thing you just drank. And it seems like when your body undergoes an extreme stress reaction, your powers sort of activate before going dormant again. I have a suspicion, although not tested, that if while active you were to go into the sun, it would hurt you like any normal vampire, which explains why after the multiple hours, and just now, once it's passed, you're back to human. Your wounds don't heal as fast, you don't have all the problems.
There's a lot.
He goes, so I hate to break it to you, but you are half vampire. He goes, so take that in stride. He goes, and I have maybe worse news.
Is Cinnamon coming back?
That is the worst news now.
Hey, you think Dawn misses me?
I don't know what
doubt
you are tied up in, but I have a feeling that your friends there, Nick and whatever, were aware of your nature. That is why they attacked you, I believe.
The vampire that was affected by holy water gave me
I
holy
want you to think
water.
closely. Have they been out in the sun?
What, as the DM, was it cloudy out the day they talked to me in the morning?
That's not how the sun works. It's UV, so even
Oh,
if there's
so
clouds.
They were outside, yes.
Right. He goes, I don't think they are vampires. I think they're thralls.
Disgusting.
They serve a master. I don't know who. I have a wager that it's the same one I've been looking for. And I have a wager that they're not going to stop looking for you.
And he doesn't like me.
I don't know why he wants you.
Now, I'm half vampire.
Correct.
Y'all are going to leave my parent alone, right?
I'm not going to bother your parents. For what it's worth, I apologize for the unpleasantness earlier.
Apology accepted.
We hunt monsters. More specifically, I've been looking with my compatriots for a vampire by the name of Alistar for about 5 or 6 years now.
Sounds elusive.
He's here somewhere. So you have 2 options. You can either work with us. We will attempt to deal with this Alistar and his coven. You can take your chances going back out on your own. knowing that they're looking for you and knowing that they're aware. Or, and he'll lay a stake out on the table, you can choose to take your own life and simply end the process as it is. Whether you are human or vampire, a stake to your heart will probably kill you.
That's what I was saying earlier, your cinnamon friend, but he didn't get
He's
that.
not the brightest.
I could tell.
He goes, so you have a choice.
So y'all are still sketch too, but I don't want to die, so. And they tried to coax me into dying. I'm against them for now. Actually, forever.
Okay. He goes, I have no reason to hold you here, so you can go home. I mean,
Wow.
he'll be like, do you have a cell phone?
Yeah, somebody has it.
He goes, unfortunate.
I think he said, I quote, my cell phone's in the ocean now.
So he'll take out a flip phone. He goes, we have some burners. Take this one. My number's in it if you ever need me.
I am so fired from my job.
He goes, and we'll stay in touch. And if you work with us, I think we can find an answer and maybe even find a cure for you.
Do you have a payroll? Because I think I got fired, probably.
No, he says, I don't have any payroll. I mean, I get paid for my job, but
I don't pay these other schmucks.
the hunting is something that's more done as a duty, not a...
Well, I saved up
job.
some FAFSA money, so I guess I can use that.
He goes, go home and sleep. You'll undoubtedly need it.
Do I have to sleep in a coffin?
No, you are normal for all intents and purposes. Feeling out the difference between you and a normal vampire, which admittedly we're not even the most knowledgeable of, will be something that I think comes in time. However, if you ever feel that cold embrace that comes over you and your power activates, you should do your best to avoid the sun immediately.
Right.
Any UV radiation will do damage. The sun will kill you. A UV light might stun you or hurt a little. But should that happen, do your best to hide.
So I'm like Batman.
Sure.
All right.
Go home and sleep. Come back here tomorrow. We'll figure out the rest with the team.
Where are we?
You're in the 4th Ward. I said if you just head out, SIP is like around the corner, and then you know how to get home from there.
All right. Open the door, walk out. Like, taxi!
So yeah, you'll get a taxi home. How does Donnie feel on that revelation?
So it's probably my mom, because Dad's outside all the time. It could be Dad. It'd be funny, too. Be like, wow. They didn't tell me anything. And fuck that cinnamon guy.
God, why I got a cold today?
Okay, so you'll ride home.
Everywhere I turn, I'm going to die.
As you get back to your apartment, you can see a note on the door.
I don't need this. Yeah.
So you punch the door, and unsurprisingly, the reaction is as if a normal person punched the door. So you take a bashing damage as you hurt your fist, realizing that you're not super strong when you're normal. And so then you kind of shake that off and realize the door is a fine from your apartment manager for not cleaning your apartment for $150.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
And so you go in. Your roommate and like 4 of his friends
I like
are.
this guy. He rips up notes.
Your roommate and like 4 of his friends are sitting around like a table studying. They're doing like flashcard quizzes with each other.
Yeah, you have fun with that. I'm going to my room.
Yeah. So you go in, and then after a much deserved or a long day, you take some much deserved sleep, I assume, as you just kind of collapse into your half-made bed
Yep.
and pass out from being literally tortured.
Well, yeah, pretty much. For like 24 hours straight,
Cool.
probably.
All right. So you 2 are the last of this, I believe.
Yeah, we were just doing surveillance on the
Oh,
apartment.
just surveillance. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to do surveillance. I want to see what's going on.
Okay. How long are you wanting to stake this out? It sounds like an extended action.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
It's a perfect time to wrap.
Anything with the date that resolves?
No, I think as far as that goes, I mean, she will have had fun. I assume you had fun. She found the occult stuff a little weird. But, like, you know, I think all in all it was fine.
Okay.
How long do we want
You
to
get a
sit on
second
this?
date.
Yeah, that's the
How
real
long do we
question.
want to sit on this?
Are you going to pursue one?
I probably.
How would you do? Go ahead, Mr. Suave.
Riz
How
up
do
the
you do that?
DM, Matt.
Riz me up, Matt.
Well,
Someone I've known for like 10 years.
I've known you for less time if you want to, like, go for
no,
me.
that's still weird.
Is it?
Yeah, no, yeah.
How about Tyler?
So I probably like after
You just met him, like, dude.
after the date
sessions ago.
resolves, assume we walked here from the precinct. So I'd like probably walk her like back to the
Yeah.
precinct where I assume she has a car or something.
Okay.
Yeah, walk her back to the car and be like, so I had a good time tonight.
Me too. It was fun hearing about your interesting hobbies. She says.
Same to you, except yours are a little less unique, but still impressive with the whole marathon thing.
Yours
Yeah.
are boring.
She goes, I know I'm a bit of a stick in the mud. It's something I'm working on. Not really my favorite part of myself, but is what it is.
I'm also not the best with people, so something I'm working on as well. So maybe we could work on it again sometime.
She goes, yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Okay. Well, I will see you tomorrow.
All right, Free Willy, you have a good night.
I hope this is not accurate to the actual way you asked women.
No.
There's stickers on your car already that say Free Willy.
I don't have a car.
It's got like a silhouette of a dude
You
running
see,
down the
as she like pulls out her phone. Your contact information is Free Willy.
There's just a whale next to my name.
And chains that are broken.
So yeah, I'll grab my motorcycle with my now Canon little bike.
Okay, yeah,
With the
thing
sticker
attached
on
to
it that says Free Willy.
Yeah, probably with a sticker
A
on it. Yeah.
multitude of stickers
They
that
got,
say
you
Free
in the,
Willy.
they got you in the parking lot.
They
And
tag
you
me.
will head back to the warehouse.
Yeah, so I'll come into the warehouse and
We'll get to that. All right, you two.
If Cinnamon approves, we just kind of sat on it for the evening just to see if anybody was coming or going. Probably until about maybe like 9 or 10. Then we head back to the warehouse as well.
Why aren't we going in?
Because you don't want to fight, and every time I fight something, I almost die. So we're gonna need a little bit of backup before we just start going
We'll
indoors.
just go in. He's not gonna come out. He might not even be there.
Do you want to go in the?
I mean, I do want to kind of go in.
Fine.
All right, you're the best. You're my best friend. So I'm gonna go up to the door. Do you want to go into the door or the window?
The window's on the 3rd floor, so
I
you
asked
can
my
try
question.
to. Let's try the door.
All right, we're gonna go try the door.
Okay. So as you approach, you hear some light guitar strumming on the other side. If
Shit, I might be wrong.
I think he's something.
I hope it's Midwestern emo.
You got a gun?
it's definitely
I
not
always have a
Midwestern
gun.
emo.
But it wasn't very effective last time.
1 or 2 shots we run. And the people come screaming.
Or we can take this information, leave, and come back.
That he plays guitar.
How about we confirm that's him in there
Stake him
and
with a
not
guitar.
someone else?
Okay.
Deal?
How?
I'm going to pick the door and open it quietly, and we can look in. And hope he's not staring directly at his front door. Hope the apartment is bigger than 4 feet.
He's playing a guitar, so hopefully that makes some noise.
Yeah, but you can look around while playing a guitar.
Can
nerd.
I?
He's learning
Is
still.
the front door visible from the 3rd floor window?
No.
Like if I throw a rock at the window to get him to go up to the 3rd floor to give him.
I mean, so he
time to
lives
try
in
to-
like the 3rd floor because it's like a little townhome, and so you go in and then there's like I guess it's more like an apartment. Like you go in, and there's probably
Oh, and then there's
multiple
like more
rooms.
doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he doesn't live alone in this townhome.
All right.
Ready?
So we go in that door then, or I guess you have to try to pick that one.
Yeah, I'll pick the door, and then you just, if there are normal people in there for any reason, just tell them you're Eli Bridges, and we'll work it out from there.
We're both Eli Bridges.
No, you're Eli Bridges. I am.
Bridges Eli.
I'm Deputy Ridges. So,
Bridges and Ridges.
all right, ready?
All right, let's do this.
All right, so I'm gonna try. I assume the door isn't unlocked.
It actually is.
Oh, cool. I'm just gonna open the door then.
Yeah, you open the door and the guitar strumming gets louder. How old is Cinnamon? And well, Gagnon probably knows for sure.
I didn't really think about it, so I'm just gonna say, what's the average age?
Like
for-
mid-20s.
Mid-20s. Okay, yeah, I'll be 26.
You'd all recognize my age. Like, thank you. So you hear the strumming, and you both recognize because of your age.
it's Wonderwall.
Yeah, no, it's like a really shitty Wonderwall.
Is this Hunter?
Oh my god. It's you hear really shitty Wonderwall. It's like a bunch of dead notes, but like you can barely make out that he's in the rhythm.
Man, if I was someone else, it'd hurt my feelings.
That's probably our guy.
And so you go. Are you gonna go up the stairs to like the living room?
I mean, I've come this far, I might as well. I'm gonna quietly do this thing.
Okay. So you kind of creep up the stairs. I'd have you make a stealth, but when you get to the top of the stairs, you're in the living room. So I mean, you either stop short or go all the way up.
Can I like lay
can't
on the
really see
stairs
anything.
and like stick my head up?
So for reference, it's like the staircase goes up and then there's walls to either side, and then the floor of the living room is kind of like the top of the stairs. So you could try to like peek up, but there's probably gonna see you, as it's not very like concealing.
All right. Final plan. While I'm going up the stairs, I'm gonna whisper to Alex, "Can I have a bullet? Just a bullet."
Or were you next to me?
Yeah, I'm next to you. I'm talking to you. Give me a bullet.
Here's a bullet.
Hand him a bullet.
And I'm just gonna wing it across the thing and then quickly look.
Okay, so I guess a notice for them. You're not stealthing, so I mean, you can throw an object reliably.
Okay.
There's no chance of failure for throwing something randomly.
It lands on the primer and sets it off.
So they don't really notice.
I choose to crit fail it.
You just hear like a really shitty, like, "New day is gonna be the day." As you're like trying to get, he doesn't hear over the dead notes and really off key singing.
All right, fuck it.
got
I'm
shot.
gonna take my steak that I've been carrying around all day, and I'm just gonna hurl it like out a window.
Okay, so now you're gonna do an athletics because you're trying to hit a target.
Okay, cool. I'm cool with this.
So the nearest glass thing you could break is probably the microwave from where you're angled.
Sorry. I got 3 sevens. Can that count as a success?
No. So you do miss. It doesn't break the window, but it does thump in the kitchen, and I'll see if they catch it.
Okay.
Or if he's just too wrapped
I
up.
think before you tell me the in case of the roll, I am sticking my head up regardless after this one. So
Okay. And so he goes, thump, you're mine now, I gotta finish.
and I'm just gonna pop my head out like a rabbit.
And so you see like 4 girls just kind of like swaying along, and then a dude in like a beanie and like a military coat that's not Nick, jamming
damn.
out on guitar.
Damn it, he's a hipster.
And he's like, yo, are you the pizza guy?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Good. You got the pizza or?
Oh, I left it in the car. Leaves.
Okay. All right, guys, we're getting pizza. As you like walk out. Okay.
Hey, do you have a box?
No.
Can I find a box?
You can look for a box. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A college town.
It's gonna be shit. Probably. What do we say? Like finding random shit was, because that's like a specialty of yours. Is it
witchcraft?
survival?
Survival.
That's the crafting
Yeah,
stuff.
I guess that's fair.
Survival.
Dexterity and survival.
Probably wits and survival. Because you're trying to. It's not like a physical dexterous activity.
good-
Because I have
Wits
to
and
quick. The
survival,
pizza's gonna
if
be
you
free.
want.
You could support each other.
Yeah. So like we're both looking. Does that work?
Yeah, I asked you for a box. This is like, hey, do
So
you...
if you want to roll to support him, every success will give him a dice.
2 success.
So it would be a -2, so just disregard because just regular difficulty.
Good. Good. I didn't find a box.
So you do find some garbage, but not a pizza box, weirdly enough.
I'm still trying. I'm going to go back up with the garbage.
You just pick up some trash? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of trash?
Whatever the trash was there. So
So you get like a DVD player
oh,
box.
good. Well, let's just start with that. Let's start with the DVD player box. And that's all I need.
Right now, I should have found. Oh, hey, man.
Hey, so I got some good news and bad news. So we have a new thing going on where we give you this ahead of the DVD.
Okay.
You need to improve your singing, and then you can have your pizza next week. And then I'm gonna leave.
Am I on like Logan Paul's channel right now? As you kind of like walk out.
Close the door and be like, all right, so I can confirm that Nick was not there. So he probably left. But that being said, we could search his room a different time. Let's go back.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Because now that we spooked the crappy guitarist.
I don't think he spooked him. I think he was confused or stoned.
Probably
So
both.
you arrive then there to wrap up, Eli. You arrive back at the base.
Yeah.
You see the professor is kind of working through some paperwork. He goes, you've returned.
Hello.
And how was your day?
Uneventful.
Good to hear, I suppose.
Yeah. Where's Donnie?
They are out. Well, Donnie is home. They are out chasing leads.
That's surprising. You released him?
I did.
What was your why?
Well,
What
because
was your why?
Why? Why would you?
Why?
because he is not, in fact, a full vampire. He is a half vampire.
Those are a thing?
Not to my knowledge.
So Blade was onto something then.
Blade?
Yeah, the movie
Blade Runner?
Blade. Yeah, he's
regardless,
a half vampire, fights vampires.
Right.
You don't watch movies, man?
Yeah. So regardless, I sent him home, and he's going to come back tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I believe your teammates are off chasing down leads.
Okay. Well, I haven't. I'll turn my phone back on because they were annoying me in the midst of some very important stuff.
Yes, about that.
The composure.
Because I understand your, for whatever reason, desire to be a police officer. I think you're slipping in the fact that our duty as hunters is probably a little more important than that of the police, he says. I think you may want to consider priorities, he says. I don't know that your allies could have used your help, but I'm almost certain they could, considering.
Well, I
The
did.
two people that we sent.
I provided help to Cinnamon via phone calls and text messages today. So I did provide that support, but
How many missed cell phone calls and text messages do you have?
Oh, let's see.
32.
32 from Alex,
Yes,
who
how
I
you-
assume to be a Cinnamon.
How will you feel when, due to writing parking tickets or whatever else you got up to tonight, someone dies because of you weren't there to help them?
Well, someone could
Probably
die
me,
on my
'cause you would
street
run.
if I'm not there to help them because I'm helping you guys. So
There are plenty of police who are capable of taking care of the daily shift. There are very few people who are capable of doing what we do.
yeah. So when you have some like solid leads on something, let me know.
He goes,
A random find of something that you're theorizing isn't when I could be better helping someone on the streets than sitting in a warehouse beating up on a 26-year-old thinking that he's something that he's clearly wasn't or not fully. Then, priorities. Me sitting there while you torture someone or going out and doing my job. There are, you're talking about priorities. Me wasting time while you torture someone or going out actively working. My priority is to be actively working.
he goes, I have my suspicions that you'll grow to regret this, but it is your life.
Right. And I'm here to support, but
Well, I think we are about done for the day.
yeah, I need to go. I haven't slept since before the bar, so
Go on.
excuse me while I go to sleep.
And so, yeah, you'll kind of go back to your apartment around the corner and call it a night.
And collapse.
We arrive.
Yeah, so Alex and Cinnamon return. The professor is more or less wrapped up at this point. He himself is getting ready to go lay down. He goes, any progress?
I can confirm that Nick may not be at home. We can definitely search his room tomorrow when maybe all the students aren't there.
He goes, okay, fair enough. Did you ask any questions or?
Well, no.
He goes, okay, no big deal. I think we can work on maybe investigative tactics is our next lesson. As I don't know that breaking into his house straight up is the move.
Well, I was the pizza guy, so I hate to be that way, but I may have made a tactical error, if you will.
Understandably, that we have not had any kind of concrete lead so far. So maybe some training. Plus, we have a new guy. Maybe we come together and figure out the best approach.
For the record, the new guy didn't want to go in.
Fair. I think realigning our priorities is probably the move. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the episode, leave us all the reviews and 5 stars on every platform. Follow us on Spotify, Twitter, fucking YouTube, all of the fun stuff. And be sure to tell your friends.
Water and phones don't mix.
I want to see how much I want to see how reasonable of a police badge you can get on Amazon.
Okay, I'm down.
Not that your guy could get it because it would take a day to get there, but I'm just curious how
I don't have same day delivery. What is this?
Go to a costume store.
I'm gonna have to
Like
ask the
Party
officer
City.
on staff here. They all look kind of movie-ish.
Officer, speak into the mic when you're done.
Yeah, they look pretty shit.
Turns out, dear viewer, you cannot buy a realistic police badge on Amazon. Who would have thought? Anyway, continue.